Wunderbar. Wunderbar,
Did
wunderbar,
you
wunderbar, wunderbar.
did you discover the problem from last week, Judo? Like why it occurred?
Um, I want to say that I must have just forgotten to click the record button. I
Did you
because
do it this time?
everything, yeah, I did. Because everything worked, but like everything was like working. I got levels. I just don't remember clicking the record button. That being said, I do always like plague myself with things like, did I lock my front door? Did I really do it this time? I do it so
Yeah, yeah.
often. Did I forget it? So,
Hmm.
I I've just decided maybe I just forgot it this time. So
Do you have that
whatever.
unmedicated ADD too, Judo?
I have something
Me?
crazy. I'm like sometimes I'm driving and I'm like, what if I hit somebody in a stroller and I'm dragging that, but I was unconscious for the moment and I'm going through shock right now, but I'm continuing to drive because I don't want to admit that it happened.
Listen,
I get it.
that
I get
stroller
it.
in your peripherals
You're on
doesn't even
that.
exist.
What is it?
I
What?
get it.
No, the joke. What's the joke of the mom on the ceiling and the brother decapitates the sister?
The what?
Hereditary.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you on that hereditary shit.
Still
Yeah.
gotta see that shit.
I was like, that's
I
that's a
started
hell of a
talking and realized
joke.
midway I didn't
That's some
remember the
good shit.
name.
That's
No.
a good shit.
She's like, don't look at me.
I did not like Hereditary as much as other people. I just did not fuck with it
All right,
apparently.
well,
It was
that's fine.
scary, and it made me think about mom guilt more than anything.
Ooh.
It
What's
was like, how do I
what's
re-examine my relationship with my mother?
It was fire. It was fire for me.
what's the other one that guy made? Midsummer. I fucked with that one.
Yeah,
Midsummer.
Midsummer.
Chris.
He did.
Midsummer, I don't know, because then everyone's just like, man, that boyfriend's really bad guy. I'm like, damn, really?
Yes.
That's how I was like, damn, really? Because it seemed like he tried to hang in. But maybe I'm
Yes,
wrong.
No, yeah.
Maybe that's just
his-
maybe that's just a casual
first-
like boyfriend take. Is he wrong?
Now personally, if it was me in the bear
Heartbreaking.
suit, I would have just left.
I'm like, buddy, maybe you should have just broken up with her and then you wouldn't have to be stuffed in a bear.
Aw.
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 Yeah, I prefer Robert Eggers. He's my cracked white boy director.
Cracked white boy
That's a
director.
work for it, Drake.
Cracked white boy director. I love him the most.
That goes there.
Yes, yes, yes,
Perhaps we have the same affinity for white boys.
yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's why I'm here.
All right. Everyone's looking at the thing. So I can go to the bathroom really quick.
Deafening silence. Yeah.
I can hear the recap. Please, let's get a recap.
Yeah. All right. These are a lot of notes. If it would fucking load, okay.
And hold on real quick. Is just make sure it is recording, because do you record before or after the recap, Judah? Because I was gonna say this would be a good one to record if.
He's in the little boy's room right now, so he can't
went
get
to
the
pee-pee.
phone.
Gotcha. Because I would say if he doesn't usually record the recap,
I'm recording.
this would be the one to do it. Okay,
He's
perfect.
a little boy emotion. We give him our devotion. Okay.
Huh?
So last time we capped off, all the party members were going to split off in different directions to accomplish either one of their own goals or a goal that was part of a much bigger goal that they were working on together. For Shep, he went to Arisix Stockyard to find Rictavio to make some money. Rayfield went to the Burgomaster's home to appeal to his generosity. Irene went to investigate the well. Oksana and Irina went to look for the Raven to send a message to Ismark, who was then directed by Donica to investigate the stray arrow to find a courier. After which, she recommends Oksana to visit the St. Andrew's Church to ask Father Lucian for help. While Irene is at the well, he meets a man named Ernest that is holding the knowledge of Eliza being murdered captive in exchange for Irene and her friends to help stage a coup against the Burgomaster. On Rayfield's end, he went to the Burgomaster's home to try and appeal to him in order to get some favors done. Instead, he was given an ornate dagger to murder Calm with. Rayfield, not satisfied with the answer being given to him, decides to sneak into the burgomaster's chambers to secure himself a real solution to the problem. On Chef's end, he has arrived at the stables to find Rictavio surrounded by bandits who are looking to rob him. After quickly dispatching them, Chef and Rictavio head back to the Blue Water Inn to go over Chef's story of the manor and of the village of Barovia, with 150 gold finding itself in Chef's pocket at the end of it. After Irene reconvenes with Oksana and tells her of what Ern has proposed to her, they head off to St. Andrel's. On the way, they come across Malcolm's Machinations, a little shop that deals in fabricating prosthetic limbs, in which they venture inside to inquire about a prosthetic being made to replace the arm that Ismark lost. After making an order, Irene and Oksana find themselves at the church, where they meet Father Lucian and become aware of the theft of a set of bones that was used to bless the church and keep it safe from the undead. Father Lucian, promising permanent residency if the party found the stolen bones, directs Irene and Oksana to, I believe, Milovich, who was said to have more knowledge on the situation. And that's where we left off.
Cool. Very good. Anyone have any notes?
I think the only thing that was not said is we are not allowed to stay at the inn again tonight.
Good note.
Uh,
Good note. Something that the girls are attempting to figure out. If they figure out what's going on with these bones, then there's going to be at least shelter for everybody tonight.
Mm-hmm.
My glasses. All right, guys.
I can't see without my glasses.
All right. These white boys shorts off my shit. Okay. All right, guys. Okay. We are going to be take your inspiration though for that. Thank you very much, Modal.
yes, sir.
We are going to be with Rayfield upstairs, seeing the situation. She's seeing the dolls that are wrapped around the room. Isaac there. You've maybe heard some say, in passing, Lieutenant Strozny, as you're passing by certain guards. But you're seeing him now, and you're seeing him humming and playing with these dolls, and he's playing gently with them. He's not attempting to harm them. You could tell with what's all around his room with the shelves that he is taking very great care of them. Doesn't even want to throw away the ones that aren't more well done. And as he continues playing with them, Rayfield, you have the door cracked open just enough to be able to look inside and see who's inside the room.
Mm-hmm.
You're not all the way in, but you have maybe a head in. From here, you can close the door if you would like. Cause no noise. But if you want to do anything in the room, there would potentially be another check dependent on what you would like to do.
How big really is this room? Could I feasibly exist here without getting caught?
In this space, well, without getting caught, I couldn't say. You would have to roll to be in that room doing things. So right now you just have a head and you could see the layout of the room. If you want to do anything inside the room, in those 5-foot squares, for each 5-foot square you're in, you're going to need to make checks. Those checks will be dependent on what you want to do, and the DC will be applied, based on the action you're trying to take. While you're waiting, you're thinking about it. Rayfield, you also start to hear a murmur. Help. Help. I'm sorry. I can smile now. Help. And you're hearing that down the hall, to the very left. You're hearing it come from a room this way.
Yeah. As he's weighing his options, he was already leaning towards just shutting the door and not tempting fate. And in hearing that, it is going to sort of remind him what these people are capable of. So he is going to shut the door soft as he can and continue down the hall to the other door with the moaning man.
Perfect. As you make it to the door, you hear that it's somebody who's breathing heavily. Breathing is almost, they have, damage to their lungs. Any deep breath is going to be met with a cough. Someone who sounds like they can't get comfortable where they're at, but you can't see anything past that, or you can't hear anything past that.
I'll Rayfield will stick his ear to the door for a moment and just close his eyes and really try to focus on if he hears any specifically anybody else.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll.
Perception.
Yeah. Go roll a perception check to hear.
15.
On a 15, you hear definitely that there's nobody else inside this room. But along with that 15, you're going to hear that there's like chains that are scratching like wood, for example. This would remind you of times where maybe you were doing tours at certain jailing facilities, and you can tell that this is like potentially a makeshift area in the house to keep someone, tied up.
Yeah. Oh, does he have time for this is the problem. He's already so fucking deep in it. Yeah, okay. Let me do a roll real quick. Okay, he's going in.
Okay.
He is going in.
You want to attempt to go in.
Yes.
As when you touch the door, you'll see you're met with a, albeit a very, like a frivolous lock. It's maybe, it's small. You could crack it open if you had the tools.
Yep.
It shouldn't be too much. It's just going to be a 10.
Okay. And I believe with thieves' tools, because I'm proficient, do I just roll a d20 and add my proficiency to it?
Is that how it works, Erica? My brain not working.
Or is it sleight of hand? I don't know.
It's proficiency plus dex modifier.
Okay. Ooh, very nice. All right.
Yay. Thank you, Erica.
Ooh, that is going to be a 5, 6, 7. 7.
A 7. Understood. On a 7, you're not able to get the lock open. You end up jamming it in such a way that it would make it a little bit more difficult to unpick the piece that you had gotten, fixed or crooked in such a way. However, if you get this wrong, you're gonna break the tool that you have.
Gotcha. Yeah, he's he has experience with this type of thing. It's, perhaps a little bit of ego at the lock versus just how damn nervous he is, hand shaking. He just couldn't get it. So he is going to try again.
Okay, perfect. It's gonna get harder for you for sure. And
Yep.
if you fail this, then you're going to lose your lockpick set.
Okay.
All right.
New DC?
New DC is going to be a 16.
16, fuck's sake, okay. 7 plus 5? No, it's not it. I'm gonna use. Oh my god, is this the time to use my inspiration? Hey, Modal, I don't. No, I'll use mine now, and I'll use mine now, and I'll beg for yours later. How about that?
This is acceptable.
Seems more appropriate to use the one you have.
Okay, I got a 5. Hey, Modal. No. Okay. Fuck.
brought us
Are
here.
you serious on a fucking lockpick?
You brought us here. Chef will save
No.
you from yourself. You get in a
No,
direction.
no. I'm not taking. I need this inspiration if Rayfield is in dire straits. I'm not using a fucking.
Chris like over here and like rubbing his hands together whenever somebody else gets inspiration and he's doing something crazy. I
got my tongue's hanging out and everything is like
Yeah.
over the table. If he leaves this broken pick in there, is somebody gonna notice?
I mean, gotta unlock the door.
I think it would be. I think it would be possible that someone would find out that the lock is broken.
So, okay. So here's the thing. Could he? He. Oh my god! It'd make a little fucking noise, but could he take one of his daggers out? And so lockpicks are fucked, right, Judo?
Yeah.
It
Lockpicks
snaps
are
off
fucked.
in the lock. Okay.
Yep.
So
The tool that you
would he?
usually like always use to do the thing you need to do is gone, and those are
Yeah.
probably the more like central piece to a lockpicking set.
Mhm.
That
Mhm.
to you, you're like, damn, I have to just buy a whole new one.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So, could he try take out his dagger? And the pieces are stuck.
Inside.
But let's say they're stuck like almost where they need to be. Could he use his dagger and try to like jimmy it the rest of the way?
Nah, your dagger's gonna be too fat on the end, on the like width, like you know what I mean, width wise.
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah,
it's,
yeah.
it's not gonna be able to go in.
I cannot believe a fucking lock. It's fucking me up here. Moto, how are we feeling about this inspiration? Moto, I'll leave it to you. How badly do we want to get in this door?
It's not about how much I want you to get into a door. It's how much I want someone to not know you were trying to get into there.
Yeah, that's fair. Sorry, I couldn't be myself.
And the
in time.
answer is I don't want them to find out. Take
Okay,
you fuckface.
let's use inspiration. Let's use a second inspiration on a fucking door frame. Oh my god! If this doesn't make it, I'm flipping my table over. My god. 13 plus 5 for 18.
Perfect. You get inside. You know, you're about to lose your lockpick. With like swift hands, you know maybe grab the tool with the other with like the edge of your pinky, and you're able to just snap it into place, and you're able to pull it out at the same time that this door starts to creak open. As it does, you will see a man inside. This man is, emaciated. He has been starved. He has been beaten plainly, and his clothes are tattered, singed even in certain areas. This reminds you of the way that Isaac's arm has like this more this heated aura, and you can see this patchwork all over this man's body, maybe on his face. But he has been here for a good while. You see that there is a corner in which all the excrement goes into some bucket. Uh, uh, it surprises you that you wouldn't be able to smell it here. But up above you, you see that there's a bunch of herbs and all just lined all around the doors to kind of keep that scent in. Um, as you see inside, you see a man who can barely hold one eye open, as the other one is completely closed shut. And he says, "I'm sorry. Oh my, I'm sorry. I just want to see my mother." This is not an old man, but this man has been beaten to the point of it's almost recognizable as to what age this person could be. But they do speak for their mother.
Yeah, Rayfield is going to. First things first, Rayfield is going to enter the room and shut the door behind him. That will trap him with the smell, and he's not happy about it, but better than leaving it open and sitting outside in the hall. First things first, he is going to look for if there's a pitcher of water kept in this room or anything. He has his like basics on him, so he doesn't have his pack with like the water skin or anything. So
You're not going to see any like water here. Anything that would resemble like it would hold food or water is completely empty.
in that case, I'm going to use my cure wounds, once a day cure wounds potion on him. Actually, hold on. Yeah, I'm going to use my once a day cure wounds potion on him.
Okay.
Will that before I do that, he's used it enough times to where he would know, I assume, how sorry, how much would this lessen the physical effects of how this guy looks?
Yeah, sure. Give me a medicine check to determine as to
Yeah.
what that would be able to heal.
18.
18 on an 18.
And if it helps, I can tell you what he's thinking in regards to that.
Oh, sure. Yeah, go ahead. You can tell me.
The train of thought here is he doesn't like if he gives this to him and magically he looks 100% better, he's not going to do it because that would give away the game.
Yeah. So you doing this, you would see that like with your medicine check, you would notice that this person has injuries that are far beyond like healing potions. I mean, these are lingering, more serious, major injuries that are going to be stuck on this person. A healing potion wouldn't suffice, right? A cure wounds wouldn't suffice. A more appropriate, more powerful magic could potentially do the trick, but even then, with steadied hands, right, and time.
Yeah.
This
Okay.
person is
So,
just- yeah.
so unfortunately, if he did give it to him, it's actually not what he needs.
Yeah, it's not what would bring him back to, a full health to be able to walk around himself, for example.
Yeah.
To be able to
Okay.
carry themselves. Perhaps on a, using a potion like this, or right, in your case, just the cure wounds, perhaps this could make them be able to speak more intelligibly, or be able to respond to something versus muttering the words that they seem to kind of go in circles about.
Gotcha. I'm gonna keep that info in my pocket. To see how unintelligible he is, and if it's really traversable in regards to the conversation, maybe he'll use it. So yeah, he's gonna close the door behind him. Not giving up the potion of healing, or sorry, the cure wounds of potion of healing, just yet. and he is just going to say to him, "Sir, can you hear me?"
I'll smile. I can smile. I just need to heal. I can smile for you.
Please, please, sir. Despite my looks, I promise I am not one of them. Your name?
I can smile. Be good. Don't call him, please. Please, please don't call him.
Sir, please, if you could just focus for me for just a moment, I may be able to help you. I can't imagine what they've put you through, but if you wish to see your mother again, please find your mind for just a moment.
And he just starts breathing. You could tell this person almost can't really hold on to a conversation.
He's he's gonna go for the potion then. He's going for the potion cure wounds.
Very well.
Do you want me to roll the 20
Yeah.
before
yeah,
that to
yeah.
see if it maxes out? All right.
Yeah.
Big number 5. Okay, he's rolling for it.
Wonderful.
That is going to be 6 total healing. Or
Yeah, it's
whatever that's worth.
Yeah, you almost bring like it almost like he's able to just breathe just a little bit more gently now. It doesn't hurt him to get some words out. And his eye just opens up a little more fully, the one eye.
Yeah.
And he says, "You're helping me."
Sir, as I said, I promise I'm not one of them.
My mother. Do you know what happened to my mother?
I'm afraid I'm as in the dark as you are, sir. Please, your name.
My name is Udo. I'm a shoemaker.
And you're here just because you aren't smiling.
The parent, he picked up the shoes without paying. I was upset. Me and my mother, we need the money. He took me just yesterday.
Now that he's further in the room, what are the state of the locks that's keeping this guy here? Or whatever.
Yeah, so these are like crudely placed like anchor points that then have chains ran through them. These chains then get locked to like these these handcuffs that are around Udo. You can see here that these aren't, like well kept, quarters here. Almost as though, like, and maybe you'll see around dried blood in different areas. You'll see that potentially this is where, they beat people, right? That there's no need to keep them in a very very secure area because these people would generally not have the strength to leave. So just handcuffs are locking this person to the chain that then goes through these anchor points and are crudely tied together elsewhere and pinned into the wall again.
Yeah. He will continue talking to the guy. I don't know if it comes as any comfort to you, but I have not seen nor heard somebody that sounds or could be your mother in a place like this for as far as I've traveled. I hope, I believe it may just be you in here, if that offers some small comfort.
Good. Make sure she doesn't cause a fuss. My mother will be scared. And when he says that, give me a history check.
It's gonna be a 17.
Wonderful. On a 17, you start to think about a woman clamoring at the Baron for her son that has been taken away. This then reminds you of your first night in Balaki, when the Baron had cast a decision upon her, and Isaac was the one who punished her. At least you think about that.
Yeah. Rayfield was not putting two. I mean, just the shock of the scene that he's seeing. He was not putting two and two together for a moment. And now that he is, he's telling this man in this state would do nothing for him. So he's gonna keep that to himself for now. How? Trying to think. In a place such as this, Judo, that Rayfield has sort of existed in his life, would he know of a way to sneak somebody in or out? Is there usually a blind spot, perhaps in the gardens, perhaps around the back? Is there secret passages that lead in and out of the manor, perhaps in like the wine cellar? Anything that he might know of?
Yeah, I think, of course, secret passages are meant to be that way. As to where they're at, you're not going to be privy to.
Yep.
Some people have their secrets, but of course, many different houses and obviously in different areas have their different takes on it. You're not really thieves, so you're not really going to put that, all those pieces together, right? However, if you're thinking about when a house is probably the most vulnerable to an invasion or something like that, right? Of course, because you live in these homes, that you would think about, it would be probably the best potential to sneaking in, obviously, and sneaking out, of course, is at night. But if you were to think about, with this man in front of you, sneaking out with them now, I mean, that would be nigh impossible without being discovered.
Yeah, fuck. Yeah,
and
you're
even
right.
then,
You're
later,
right.
will, at
It's
night,
already-
would that be,
Yeah, it's now it's fucking possible. So, okay. Problem for there's so much stuff to do at night. Rayfield is just going to say to him, Udo, I want to help you. Please believe that I want to help you. If I were to try to drag you out of here now, I fear we would just be strung up together. When the night falls, I shall attempt to return. Is there, when you were being dragged here, is there anything you can tell me about this house? Is there anything you can tell me about the people or the guard? I can only imagine the state you were in, but any information might help me to get you out of here.
They beat me and they brought me in here. I haven't seen anyone without a clenched fist. I'm sorry. Young
It is
boy,
much.
you should leave me.
It is-
There's no reason to cause you trouble. This was my fault. I should have been
Young.
gracious. And now my mother has to live without me. Maybe I can withstand it. Maybe with the help you gave me. But I can't think to get up, or move, or run. I can only think of smiling. And then he gives you like a curled, face. It seems like he's trying to, grin. You see the lack of his teeth there, and and he will look at you. Neko. It's okay.
Rayfield's eyes are gonna get a bit misty here, and he is just going to step forward, and as the man is hanging, probably can't do much in return, but just whether he comes back or not, just to give this man a final show of human kindness, he is going to just wrap his arms around him and just press their heads together for a moment and just stay there silently and just give this man a little warmth. And after a moment passes, he'll let him go. And he'll place a hand to his cheek. If I can, Udo, I will return. Please, be strong for your mother. And he'll, unless Udo has something to say, he'll turn to leave.
Yeah, Udo will let you leave without bothering you. And you will walk out that front door.
Yeah. And he's gonna shut the door behind him. And would I be able to use lockpicks to re-lock a door, Judo?
I think you could. I think you could totally do that. I think the DC should be pretty simple. To just lock a door.
Yeah, we fucking thought that
That'll be a
last time.
10.
10. Thank fuck, my plus is a 5. It's exact change. So yeah, he relocks the door. Oh my god. Judo. Hey Judo, what's that doing there? Hey Judo. Judo, answer me.
So
What
how
is
your
he doing there?
How do those consequences taste?
I actually have to go downstairs because my freaking factor meals got delivered to the office. What the heck? So I gotta go down there and grab it. So
Are
sorry,
you
guys.
fucking serious, guy? Are you fucking?
Give me like 10 minutes.
Rayfield just has to fuck around, doesn't he?
This guy is a
He
monster.
just has to fuck
I'm not
around.
even talking about Isaac. I'm talking about Judo. Puts Isaac in the hallway and says, "BRB 10 minutes, :3. Are we fucking serious?"
Maybe he's sleepwalking.
Here's what I'm praying is the case. He's turned this way. He has got to be turned this way. All right. First of all, who's
I know, that
messaging?
eye
Who's
conversation
who's
to the right.
messaging Yasmin right now? 'Cause she's blowing up my phone. Who's messaging Yasmin? She's blowing up my shit. I pray that he's turned this way. We're gonna ignore what the marker looks like. I pray to the fucking dragons that he's over. He's going this way.
hmm
Oh my god, Judo, you're such a sick freak. Puts Isaac in the hall. I feel you guys. Who thinks of that? Who does that? Who does that to their fellow human being? What should I say? What should I say back to you guys? I'm just thinking a nice :3 will do the job here. :3 with the cat paw. Chat, she did not like that one.
So, is that door still unlocked?
Nope. He liked it.
Mm.
Alright, we're gonna have to make a quick re-unlocking check here.
hmm And he's not gonna hear that. No, sir.
Mayhaps you lost your way to the exit.
Yeah.
Mayhaps.
Yeah.
Yeah. The wing
Sorry,
that
Matt,
was seen
this isn't the bathroom.
This
Silly
is-
me. This isn't the lavatory. Dear Isaac, would you happen to be able to steer me true? Thanks. Thanks, Isaac. You're a doll.
Nah, he squishes those.
Yeah.
You better be fucking smiling.
He's good. Yeah. He's fucking.
Ooh.
Yeah. So, guys, my
Oh,
next
wow.
character. Her name is Just Dara. She's a bard. So you guys are gonna like her a lot. You don't get the back here, man. Also, I was thinking about asking in the moment, but perhaps I'll ask now to you all. Beyond asking for like what the man had seen, I could not, for the life of me, Chris, could not think of other like relevant stuff to ask the man. If you guys have any ideas to put in my brain for next time.
What if you just like
Ooh.
pretended to be searching for a thief that you saw sneaking upstairs?
Say it again, Model.
What if you just pretended that you saw a thief heading upstairs and you, as the Burgomaster's new golden boy, decide to take it upon yourself to find him?
Does he? Does he?
You're so dead.
No. Yasmin said she would fucking strangle me if he dies, so he can't die.
What if he gets a nat 20 on deception and
Yeah.
he goes to help you and he goes into that room and finds Udo healthy?
No, he's not healthy. His throat's just a little clearer now.
Mhm.
He just cleared his throat. That's it. Honestly, there's one person that can take Isaac.
Don't lie to me. Don't lie to yourself.
Sorry, who was
Yep.
that? Who would that be? Who would that be?
You know, he's got his like once a day worm heart.
And there's one other
Feature.
person who could take Isaac in a fight. You're so dead, bro.
Listen. Once per day, I can add 1d8 to a persuasion check.
That don't mean anything. He could eat you
That-
for
that-
breakfast.
Yeah,
that
you, as you've discovered, trying to cheese this, Persuasion checks don't magically work. If it's
Jesus.
unreasonable, it doesn't work.
He
Fuck
would
do you mean
have
Jesus?
Rayfield on the side of his steel cut oats, is what would happen. That Rayfield would be his little
No.
Like I said last time, he's gonna
His
rip
little
your
what?
hair out
His
for
little
his
what
doll.
you?
nothing at
His
all.
little
He's
what
gonna
you?
That was-
use your
Go
skin
ahead.
to
No,
make
go
a
ahead.
doll.
Go ahead. Say it, Ian. We're all thinking it. Go ahead.
His little fruity parfait. Have fun.
That sounds like a peak item.
Truly. He's gonna make a little American Girl sized doll out of your skin and hair.
Oh no. The crystal ball
We're gonna
realized.
make an American Outfitters outfit straight out of Rayfield's skin.
This American doll was murdered.
This guy sounds like a fucking
think it is
Warhammer
little
character with how
boy
you're describing him. Yeah, he's Rayfield will be being made into 3-inch long fucking guy shorts.
Instead of American Girl doll, it's gotta be Barovia Girl doll. Little Barovia Girl doll.
No, you know what? You know what? The Baron would never let anything like that happen to Rayfield.
Yeah, because Ezek's gonna ask first.
Yep. You gotta ask for consent before you beat a man to death.
Doesn't Rayfield get like a disengage for free or something? That's a rogue thing to do.
Yep. No, that's true. That's true. That's very true, Moto. I can action dash, bonus action disengage. I'm saved.
You could make it a whole 60 feet.
I'm saved. Do you think a big fucker like this can move
I
more
don't.
than?
How are you gonna get past him in the hallway, dude?
It's gonna be like a Matrix
He's
moment.
built like a perfect rectangle. You're not getting
No,
anywhere.
no. You
Man,
guys.
it's built like a Chevrolet fucking truck.
I know you guys see the vision. Look at my little pink. Look at my little purple dot. He's gonna like up the walls like above him.
Nah, bye, dude.
Yeah.
We're gonna lose you and Calm in the space of one in-game day.
This is not true. Personally,
Well, hey, your
it's not.
character can introduce.
You know,
after
it's
your
been more than
mummification.
10 minutes. God damn it! Get the
Then
fuck.
Chef can throw himself off a building and grief.
I
and
sw-
we'll have tea
I
gone.
swear to God, Judo's just sitting there letting me like fucking doing it. Best.
What are you doing here?
Let's fucking go.
You're gonna see this. I mean, he is built like a square. I mean, he is shoulder to shoulder, up against this hallway, tall enough. And he has his axe in his hand. He's careful not to drag it here, but he is staring at you, Rayfield. What are you doing here?
Let me get. Wow, that's yeah, that is about the mood. So, Rayfield's blood is going to turn to ice, just staring at this guy. Thankfully, he is trained to fucking talk to people. And by the time he turns from the door, he will have a smile on his face, looking at Isaac. As he looks over at Isaac, he's going to flick a thumb towards the door. For the situation, Rayfield seems shockingly, almost uncannily relaxed, as if he is supposed to be exactly where he is. Lieutenant Isaac, the parent wanted me to have a word with our friend in there. I think I made him smile. And he's gonna give a little ha 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 ha.
Only one person has keys. And he walks forward at you, and you hear the keys jingle.
Another little test from the Baron, and he'll pull out his set of lockpicks and he already relocked the door. He wished to test me on how useful I may be to him in the future. At least, such a thing can be assumed, seeing as I was given no such key. Perhaps we should both go talk to the man again. He'll tell you all that I've told you. In fact, he might have the biggest smile out of all of us. And he is going to say this hopefully loud enough to alert the man inside to what's going on.
Give me a persuasion check against Isaac to see if you can persuade him into doing that with you.
26.
Are you?
Very good. Very good. You would need no less than a 20. Isaac is going to walk towards you, and he's going to look at you, and he looks at you with disgust. I mean, you're looking at someone who, he does not care that you know the Baron. He wouldn't care if you were someone else higher than the Baron. It just bears no quarter with him. He's going to walk towards you, and you're going to feel the heat come off his arm as he traps you in this corner. And he'll say, "After you."
Of course. And he will kneel down again and try to, I swear to God, if this is where I fuck up, he's gonna go to pick the lock again, because of course actually, Judo, let me say, would he have had time to relock it if Isaac was in the hall?
Yeah, Isaac would have walked out as you were relocking it. Probably like
Okay,
right
so
as
I
you heard
do.
Dink. He would have came out.
Gotcha. So he does have to pick the lock again, is what you're saying?
Yep.
That's fire. That's fire. DC?
Yeah, DC is going to be 10 still.
God, I've never asked you for anything about goddamn life. Please, just give me at least a 5. Oh, that's 20.
You got a natural 20.
That's a natural 20.
Perfect. You pick it effortlessly.
Yeah, it's just gonna. He's just basically gonna stick the pieces in there, flick it, turn once, and it's open. Hopefully, even to a guy like Isaac, that would be impressive, maybe. And he's gonna pull it out and open the door.
Yeah. And then Isaac, you're going to see him kind of put his hand to let you walk in front of him.
Yeah. Chef, that first one was not a crit success. That was just me balling. Yeah, Rayfield is going to walk into the room, and as he walks in, he's immediately going to start talking again, and talking in the way that he was sort of to the Baron himself. Udo, my friend, remember me? Remember to keep that smile on. We have company. And he is really going to be playing it up.
Yeah. You see the smile evaporate at the sight of Isaac.
Did Isaac at least see the smile?
Yeah, sure.
Fucking God. Okay, that's fucking good. That's fine. That's fine.
And he sees it, and he sees him smiling, and he says, no good.
And
Do it again.
Rayfield's just
look
gonna
at
give
you to get him to smile.
Yep.
And then he is going to lift his axe up in the air and hold it like, you know, when you're trying to figure out if a bat is good for you or not in baseball, and you're holding it out.
Yeah,
and
like
weight
real
goes-
high up in the air.
Yeah. And he's going to do that with his axe over his head. And he's going to ask you to make him smile again.
Yep. Rayfield is just going to.
I'm going to give you time.
Right,
We're going to go over to the church.
Okay. Yeah, it's cool. That's fire.
right. Chef, you would have been at the Blue Water Inn. If at any point, like, did you maybe want to have gravitated eventually towards the church? Danica would have known that the girls were headed towards the church. If you wanted to kind of catch up with the ladies.
I think you would ask about that. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Then yeah, if you want to find your way over to the church, we can have you as the ladies are leaving Yeska, and then I'll put your.
I was gonna ask about that, and Chef would want to ask Danica,
Mhm.
just like in a lower tone, trying to suggest like maybe finding like some work that could like, how do I say this? He wants to find work that would suit his strengths, and as he says that, he's gonna like lay his arm on the table, just like trying to flex it just a little bit, maybe to like try and get some kind of message across.
Mm, oh, well, listen, something's has gone up on one of the boards around town, but it's the Baron is the one paying out for it, and usually those jobs are harder than you know, those jobs are tougher than the people that sign up for them. I really don't want to tell you about it. You seem like a nice guy, Chef. It's just most of these things are suicide missions.
Chef will smile and say, "Ah, but I have experience in those. I'm sure he will find my experience in them quite befitting for his task, but I will go to ask him about it all the same. A
Um,
good evening to you, Danica."
if you see the poster board, um, I mean, to save you some trouble, there's a man named, or at least there was a man named Thalon. He was uh, an adventurer like you. He came into town, at least some months back, and he went a bit crazy. Killed some guards, um, took off into the woods. Apparently, he's been picking off people who have been attempting to deliver goods to Vallaki. So, just mind yourself. Dallin was a good man like you too once, and
Chef
I don't know
will
what's
give a
happened to
sad
him, but
smile.
maybe the town
Mm.
just caught up to him.
Chef will give a sad smile and say, "Perhaps there is a good man in him still, Danica. I will have to see for myself if I get the chance."
Okay. Well, again, your friends went off that way. If you follow the road, eventually, you'll. It's just essentially the opposite road, opposite of the RSX stockyard. So, just head the other way, and you'll eventually run into the church. You'll notice it shines a little more brightly than the rest of the town.
Chef will nod and say, "Ah, all right then. Till next time then, my friend."
And you'll see her say, kind of talk to her boys who are playing again, up and around the rafters, really the staircase. Very well. And so, if you would have been on your way in that time that you spent doing that, I'll have you essentially walk into the church, as Oksana and Irene are talking to a younger boy. And I'll put your character there. So I have you over here. I'll have you inside the church, actually. As for Oksana and Irene, you'll have finished your conversation with Yeska, who spoke briefly about Milo, or Milovich, which he calls Milo. And he's just sheepishly still kind of cleaning up the broken glass around. The door will open, and Chef, you'll see Irene and Oksana and Irene, I'm sure. In turn, when the door closes behind you, given the low chatter that is around here, you'll notice that someone had walked in as well.
Yeah. Where are you, Matt? Where's the map? Where's the map? Where's the map?
So if you find where the map is, right, the like actual map with the
There we go. Found it.
and you
It
go to the right,
reloaded for
you'll
me
actually find the exit.
automatically, so I had to refine that real fast.
For sure.
I think Chef's gonna like, despite himself usually, he's going to quietly walk down the aisle just to keep the respect in this church.
Perfect. Irene, Oksana, anything from you?
I think Irene would wave sheepishly at Chef and maybe start to walk over to him on their way to maybe speak to Milovich. Milkovich?
Yeah, Milovaj, but they call him Milo.
Milovich.
So you can say out of character Milo.
Chef will nod and say, "Well met, my friends. How goes the trip to the church?" And he leads.
Well, we might be able to shelter here tonight. I don't know if you went back to the inn, but just to ease Danica's mind, she's hoping we'll spend the night somewhere else. But we are just looking into things here so we can earn our keep.
Chef will nod and say, it cannot be helped then, can it? Well, hopefully we can come back when tensions ease. And I guess we should, if we can, spend the night here. But I'm sure they wouldn't want us to spend it for free, no? Who owns this fine little establishment? I would like to foster any good relations I can.
Oh, that would be Father Lucian, and we were just off to talk to one of the gentlemen who helps here, just to find out some information about some things that have gone missing.
Chef will nod and say, all right then. I guess I should not keep you. Good luck, and I'll ask him about it as well. The more hands, the better, yes?
Of course, yeah, just mention that you're with us. I think the father is under a bit of stress at the moment.
Chef will nod and see if he can brighten the man's spirits a tad.
You'll see a man looking at some piece of scripture, and he almost doesn't recognize you as you walk up. Like, just doesn't realize that you're walking up to him. He's like looking deep into it. He has his, nearsighted glasses on, and just taking a look at the scripture.
How can Chef determine how like deep he is into the scripture? Like, does he feel like he's about to finish it at any moment now, or is it gonna like be a while?
Oh, it'd probably be a while from now. But you could tell that he's has a studied mind, so that's why he didn't realize that you were walking up.
Chef will put a little bit of, well, I guess these are tile floors. Never mind then. Chef will smile and say, "Good evening, my friend. I take it you're Father Lucian then."
He goes, says, yes. Good evening to you, too. What brings you here to the Church of the Morning Lord? You, a new face.
Yes, yes. My name is Chef. I am one of the companions of Irene and Oksana. They told me you were in a bit of a bind. I want to offer my services if you would gladly take them.
Oh, yes, of course. Well, I'm sure you can get all the information from them, as it weighs a bit on my heart to speak on it. But there is some things I pointed out to them, and of course, if you find whatever went missing or who took it, for example, please bring the information to me right away.
But of course. In the meantime, though, is there any other more menial tasks befitting of one that would possess my stature? I would love to ease your burdens even further if I can.
I would say that wasting your efforts on a menial task would do none of us a great service. Here, us, the church, Vallaki itself.
Chef will nod and say, Aye. Well then, I suppose I will have to busy myself then. We will have to find what the solution to whatever is troubling you. I will go to my companions then. Uh, good night to you, father.
Very well. May the Morning Lord be with you.
And Irene and Oksana, have they started making like their way down the hall, or are they still like milling around before they plan on it?
I think Oksana at least would start heading to the hall so they could be somewhere more private to explain things to Chef too, so they don't worry the congregation.
Sounds good.
Is it the one up here, Judo?
You're looking to get somewhere more private?
Yeah, just to go talk to Milovich.
Yeah, there's like these. You're trying. So you're trying to talk to Milovich?
Yeah, and I figure
Okay.
unless he's on the other side of the door, that will give us a chance to tell Chef to not standing
Yeah.
out in the open.
Yeah. So there is the door here is where Milovich would have went and left from.
Okay.
So, if you wanted to go through
Okay.
that door, you can. Perfect. You find yourself privacy, but you don't find Milovich here. This looks like an area, like a desk, that Father Lucian works at more than anybody.
Okay. While we're in here, then, since we do have privacy, Oksana will just explain to Chef that a holy relic went missing. No one should have known about it, but the boys learned of it, and though the father doesn't think they would steal, they must have told someone.
Chef
And
will
oh,
nod.
and like telling him it's a secret.
Chef will nod and say, Aye, that is troublesome, isn't it? Though I would find it odd that servants of the church would be the ones who would have made off with the relic, no? I mean,
I'm
the only safe place, truly safe place in all the city, and now suddenly that safe space is no more. Could there be some kind of ulterior motive? Perhaps someone who would know, or at least would have enough influence to know about the relic, who could have made off with it.
well, the father seemed to believe that no one else knew, but it's always possible. Though having talked to Yeska, I'm inclined to agree with him that The boys might be troubled, but I doubt they meant to do any harm.
Chef will nod and say, I suppose the most dangerous thing here would be to jump to conclusions. Let us see if we can sequester any info that we can from the boys.
So, I guess Oksana will knock on the door, just so she's not barging in.
Yeah, so you would know that out of here you'll see in the windows already that you're looking at the outside.
Knocking on a backyard door. Okay, I guess I'll knock on this one.
For sure. If you knock on the door, you're gonna hear no response coming from this door.
Can I try to open it?
Absolutely, and you do open it, and you just find a more private quarters. Eventually, over time, Father Lucian will walk in, so you guys are all here, and says, "Oh, are you looking for the? Are you looking for the hole in the ground?"
Oh, yes, Father, but we thought we also might speak to Milovich before we went down if he had perhaps seen something.
Oh, well, I think that boy is taken off. He doesn't really rummage around my quarters much. Just handles the work and is on with his day.
Oh, of course. Do you know where we might find him if he's left the chapel?
The boy lives near a house with white flowers. My memory has gotten worse as of late. It's hard to say exactly where. It should be nearby, though.
Of course. We can always speak to him after if you'd like to just show us the entrance of the crypt, and then you can. We'll be out of your way.
Well, that might be best. Certainly. And he'll be on his way. He'll guide you over to the crypt, and this is going to be more theater of the mind. You guys find that behind the altar, relatively about here, behind the altar, the wooden floorboards are cracked, and there are some wooden floorboards that are on top of it, trying to make a temporary solution for standing and walking around it. And the father will then, of course, show you all to make sure to watch your step around where the holes are. But then he'll reveal, by opening up one of the panels, he'll show you where the hole is. This hole is, you'll see that there are cobwebs sticking to the sides as though this has been here before. However, it had either most recently have been rummaged through. You'll see that there is, that there's just a pit here that could lead you deeper into where the crypt is, and he'll mention to you that, well, again, my old bones won't make much work down there, and I'd be scared of getting out. But down there is where the crypt is. There is only the one.
Thank you, Father. We'll be quick.
Certainly. His
I think
bones
it's.
were in the altar.
Go ahead.
His bones were on an altar, on a bowl just above the, just on top of the crypt, wrapped in white cloth. They should be missing, at least if I sense it correctly. So who wants to go down into the crypt?
I think as Chef is looking down this crypt, he is going to start developing a little bit of a shiver and a shake in his legs, just being reminded of the last time he went down a hole into a church. But he will attempt to lead the way all the same.
Yeah,
Perfect.
Urine will follow after.
Yep.
Perfect. Awesome. All three are going down the crypt. Wonderful. So, as we make it, descending this dark, damp chamber, you'll see eventually, that the walls are like, stained, and they're just aged with even moisture as well. And in the center, you see that there's a lonely stone slab. You see that circular like depression where the bowl is carved like into its surface actually, but it is missing exactly what the father was telling you all about. This white cloth and bones that were laying on top of it. What would you guys like to do around here?
Hmm.
Can I do like a survival check just to look through and see signs? Was this multiple people? Was this one person? Was this like a monster of some kind that came through here?
For sure, because it's a bit darker, I'll ask you to do a perception check. Unless you
Okay.
guys have some way to light it up in here.
I think we do.
Yeah, Irene will cast light on her pendant around her neck, and that should sufficiently light the area around them.
It should. Yeah, it's up to you. Survival or perception now.
Guess I'll do survival.
Yeah.
That's a 15.
Wonderful. On a 15, you see that there are several clumps of earth that are irregular, kind of, especially in the place that you're in right now. You see these clumps eventually take a shape of a large boot print. And there are several blades, pale green grass, and small bits of white flower petals among them.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha.
Chef is gonna look at these flower petals and say, "Well, it is certainly not boding well for our friend, no?"
No, but perhaps there could still be some more less nefarious explanation, I suppose. Does anything
Sure.
else look damaged, or just they took the bones, like the bundle, and left?
The only thing that you would know is damage would be the floorboards. Maybe you want to investigate those ones when you go up, but here there is nothing damaged, right? Specifically where the crypt is, there's nothing like that was like abused or damaged. Who is looking at the altar?
I think Chef is like
Nobody.
easily taller than everyone else. I feel like he would have a good surveillance of the whole room.
Okay. Yeah. Well, if you guys want to investigate something, let me know. If you guys want to take off, let me know. If you guys want more description about what the place looks like, please ask.
Yeah, I think Irene would like to investigate the altar a bit more.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, so yeah, this altar is it's kind of like the stone slab right in the center of this crypt. Again, there's like that bowl, kind of carved into it. That is where the bones would be. If you look at the area, you won't notice any, stains, any dirt, right? Or for example, the white flower petals that you've seen before. But give me a perception check to see if you catch something that is a little more well hidden.
Okay. It's a 10.
On a 10, you don't catch anything. maybe you take a look and you know, the way the light is bouncing off or whatever just maybe caused a bit of a spook, and you didn't really see anything.
Okay, and there's nothing like that would be notably per se out of place with Irene's like more faith-driven background as a cleric. I wonder if like she would take note of anything in particular around the room or around the altar that would perhaps like raise some flags for her.
Yeah, I would say with that, no, there is nothing out of the ordinary. It is out of the ordinary to have open bones placed on an altar. You know, that is true. But nothing about like the rhyme or reason about the way that the crypt is facing, any of the designs on the walls around, or the fact that there is a secret crypt for more prestigious you know, churchmen. That is not out of place for you. That all makes sense.
Okay, got it.
Guys, I've looked around well enough. All of you had made some checks, and you've essentially cleared what you probably could have, any information you could have received here on the inside of the crypt.
Okay, I guess head up to look at the floorboards before we go.
Perfect.
Sounds good.
As you guys head up and you take a look at the old floorboards, these ones are discarded and off to the side. Give me a investigation check, and I'm going to ask that be a group check from all of you.
It's not very helpful of me. I got an 11.
I got an 8.
And a 15.
Understood. You guys do not see anything of note. Taking a look at these slabs. You'll see Father Lucian walk up to you. Well, was there anything that could have helped?
Irene will
Shuffle.
shake her head disappointingly and sort of bite her lower lip a bit ashamedly to admit that.
Chef will just look at Irene at the corner of his eye, but decide to play along for now and say, "Aye, nothing yet, but this is no dead end for us. There is surely a hint somewhere. I suppose we'll find our way to Milovich's house first."
Well, again, I only know of the flower with the white petals, or the house that has white flowers amongst it. They're a trash flower. He says he can't get them off of his boots so much he drags them in most of the days. Perhaps there will be a trail nearby, something you can follow.
Can I insight check the father?
What are you attempting to grasp from the
Just
inside?
that he. It's just a very specific thing to say.
Yeah, I think that's just me being a DM. Sorry, I'm gonna be above too.
Okay. I'm just like, are you framing him? Are you really old? Prove that you can't climb a ladder.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool.
Okay. All right. What would you all like to do now?
See if we can track Milo by his flower petal trail.
Perfect. As you guys walk out of the church, specifically, you will, and I just want to be clear to everyone. I just want to make sure we're on the same page. Father Lucian did ask Chef to get back to him with anything that they find, right? And we are choosing not to. I just want to make sure I'm saying it plainly. That was correct.
Can he circle back?
Yeah, absolutely. I just want to make sure we're on the same page with what we want to do. Okay.
Cool.
Perfect. So shortly just before you leave and walk out the door, Father Lucian will say that Milo often walks out that door for the day.
Chef will then say, "I so I've noticed. I'm sure it doesn't mean anything in particular, but we did find some of those flower petals down in the crypt. Again, they absolutely have a tendency to get just about everywhere, so I am not one to assume anything just yet. But I will ask him all the same if he has been down there lately."
Okay. You'll see that he looks a bit upset by it. And he says, perhaps I should go with you all to confront him. If this is the case.
Chef will consider this and say, I am not against the idea, but there might be a chance, if he truly is the culprit, that having you in earshot would keep him tight-lipped. I think having a new set of eyes and ears would maybe keep him more at ease, more inclined to tell the truth. I will get back to you, I promise, with whatever he says, but for now, please, let us be the ones to get our hands dirty, yes?
Okay. Okay. You... Perhaps my old years have gotten to me. Perhaps it requires a younger, tactful taste from you all. Be well, then. May the
Chef
morning
will
Lord be with
smile
you.
and nod. Right. Chef will make his way outside with the buddies.
Alright, you guys step outside, and I'm gonna get individual survival checks from you all to pick up on the trail. Let's see how much time we waste.
I got an 18.
Beautiful.
That's 4.
A 9.
A 9. That's fine. With an 18, you guys would eventually be able to keep up on the trail of these like white flowers, at least finding like older, dead ones along the way. But a simple path that eventually you see meets mud, and then you catch again the same boot print. This is most certainly a well-traveled path, someone who comes in and out every day. And you guys eventually follow it to a house. You see, this house is located in more of like an impoverished quarter of Valaki. It's not too much of a walk from St. Andrew's Church. You see that this muddy road eventually it takes yourself to a dilapidated almost street. It's the houses are grimier. You smell damp wood and mildew kind of flooding your nostrils as you head to this part of town. The path leads you to a leaning, decrepit structure that seems to sag beneath its own weight. You see that the windows themselves are cracked or filthy, and definitely one of the two always. At its front, there's a wooden door and a mud spattered porch and a pair of boots just sitting right outside, seem to be drying.
Are they big?
They're big boots.
Okay.
Chef will stand a little bit and lag behind the group. And if he's next to Irene, he will lean in and say, perhaps either you or Oksana should be the one to introduce us. I don't think the boy would appreciate him being interrogated by a giant monster, yes?
Oh, good thinking. And Irene will um step forward up to the door and give it a good knock.
Roxana will go with her.
Yay! Everything is happening. Wonderful. The door groans open, and you see that there is a, glassy-eyed woman standing on the other side. Her hair is matted with grease, and it hangs in knots across her shoulders. She wears a painted beaded necklace, but you see that these colors here are faded and chipped with age, and behind her you'll see a trio of young children wrestling and shouting as they roll in this cramped living space with cramped with old threadbare furniture and old rugs. You see that there are two other children, a near-adolescent boy with long shaggy hair, and a freckled girl of similar age wearing cracked oversized glasses. You see that they both peer curiously around a pair of overstuffed armchairs, and they are looking at you guys at the door. The woman at the door, she just grunts. She goes, You see her eyes kind of scan you, as though she would be expecting she was expecting someone different. But she just stares at you, and then she walks away, and almost like just like leaving the door open for you. You see that this woman then begins to kind of hold herself up, walking away from you all, and then eventually turns down a hallway. You see that these two children behind the armchair then spring out as soon as their mother leaves. And you see them say, what can I help you with? Speaks one person. And you see the girl then stop with him and say, yeah, what could we help you with?
Oh, we're so sorry for disturbing you, and your mother. We were just stopping by and wondering if we might speak to Milo. Do you know him?
Oh, you know Milo? Oh, you know Milo? Yeah, we can call him for you, but he's kind of sick and doesn't want to talk to anyone today.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Well, I promise that we won't take up too much of his time, and we'll make sure that we're very, very quick about it so that he can get back to resting. But it is a little important that we speak with him if we can.
Well, I would, but if he got mad at me, then he wouldn't bring me any money for candy. And if I don't have candy, then... And he kind of looks at you and has his hand out. And then you see the little girl pull her hand out.
Irene will nod knowingly, and she'll crack a little smile, and she'll say, well, we can't have that. I suppose maybe I could give you some money for candy. Would that be all right?
Well, yeah. And if he gets mad at us, that's okay, because we'll still have money for candy. Like they planned it out.
Yeah, that sounds good to me. All right. And she'll dig inside her little coin purse attached to her hip, and she'll take out 2 gold pieces each and place it into the children's hands.
That's 1 million candy. That's 2 million candy. And they take and they go, yeah, we'll go get him right now. Milo! Someone wants to speak to you. And then the other one goes, and she's pretty, says the girl. You see, a few moments later, you see Milo exits like a swollen door off in the back, and he has one brother dangling on one of his biceps, and the other sisters are tied around his legs, and he's like walking with them and like kind of doing a big brother role. You see that this person, I mean, they have about 9 siblings, all walking around, all younger than him, and he is the oldest by a lot. He walks around the door, and then as he sees you standing at the doorway, you see the smile kind of leave his face, and he says, all right, come on, off me, Victoria, Vasha, come on. And then, he puts the brother down on the ground. And he walks over to the door, and he's walking a little bit with a hurried pace. And he says, Zandra, Bogan, please, scurry away. And then he'll cross his arms at the door, looking at you. He says, what are you here for?
Irene will straighten after bending over to talk with the children, and she'll say, well, I'm sure you saw us at the church previously. We're just we just hoped that we could ask you a couple questions, if that was all right.
He like rolls his eyes a bit and says, "Can you give me space? Can you back up?" And he'll want to he wants to walk out into the patio.
Irene will walk out before him, and so he can follow
Perfect.
behind.
Can you guys give me an insight check on him?
Yeah. 14.
And 7.
Okay.
2 7s with advantage.
Ooh.
Do you want a prize?
No, you don't. As you see, Milo closes the door. He says, because, what kind of questions? I don't have a lot of time. I'm babysitting, obviously.
We were just helping out the father, and we hoped maybe you had seen something around the church.
Seen something? Like what? He's being obviously rude. Just a teenager. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to do my last subtle spell, Detect Thoughts. Well, something's gone missing from the church. And since you and Yesker helped there, we hoped that you'd maybe seen someone or something.
You'll see, you see them kind of shifting themselves, and as you're saying the question, you say damn it, do they already know about the bones? Did Yeska already talk? And he says, don't relax, you don't have them. And he says, I'm sorry, you said again?
It seems something has been lost or stolen that's important for the sanctity of the church grounds.
Okay. Well, I work on, the upkeep. I don't really touch a whole lot of religious stuff. That's more Yeska stuff. Or the father.
And just out of curiosity, you wouldn't have any reason to go down into the crypt, would you? And as Irene is asking him this, she's going to do her little vampiric sense thingy, if she may.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
So that is the one where you're adding a 1d8. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. So you're trying to capture insight on him. Uh, as to whether or not, right? For sure, I got it. Yeah, no, I get what I'm doing with that. Okay, perfect. Yeah, roll the insight check and then add the 1d8 to that.
Yeah. Can you remind me how I do that? Do I roll the insight
You
and
just
then
roll, yeah,
roll a d8?
yep, roll 1d20, add your insight modifier stuff to it, roll a 1d8, add that to the total.
Okay, so that will be 19.
Okay, on a 19, you are able to hone in on his heartbeat as he's speaking about it, and he says, no, and then and then you hear the heartbeat, almost like skip for a moment, as you realize, and he realizes that, like, you're able to capture that this person is just caught themselves tripping up, that they just gave something away, and then he says, what crypt? And kind of stands more defiantly.
Mm-hmm. Those are really beautiful white flowers, Milo. What kind are they?
They're trash flowers. They grow all over here.
Yeah, just haven't seen them anywhere else in the city except here in the church.
Yeah, I track him in sometimes. Am I, you know, what are we doing here? I thought we're talking about something that's missing, not what I'm tracking into the floors.
Well, here's the thing, Milo. We know that you were in the crypt. So it's really not a matter of if you were down there, but we're trying to understand why.
You have,
I mean, that's why we're here.
He says, I'm not interested in talking to you. When she was asking that question, Oksana, with your detect thoughts going on, he says, oh, God, how do they know? He goes, I just need money to take care of the kids. And he goes and opens the door, and you can tell that he's about to shut it on you guys. He goes, I'm sorry, I need to get back to what I need to do.
Milo, we're not meaning to disturb you. We're just hoping to find them for the sake of Yeska and keeping the church safe. If we could trade you something maybe for information on where to find them.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I think Chef will step in and say, when we went down into that crypt, we saw a trail of flower petals, the same ones from your house. I would like to believe that if you did take those bones, it would be for a sufficient reason. Please, do tell us what that could be, and perhaps we could help you.
You see that he starts to take a breath, and he says, yeah, they know. He goes, or Exona knows that. He says, yeah, they know. And he goes, I needed money. Okay? I have my brothers and sisters to take care of. And I was asked to take the bones and give them. I was asked to take the bones and give them for some gold. I need to find a way out of this place for me and my brothers and sisters. Our mom's not in good shape ever since, And he just like kind of like chokes up. He says, I didn't mean to cause the church harm. I just...
Chef will step forward and lay a hand on his shoulder and say, "Easy now, my son. I understand. We saw the state of the houses on our way in. It is not hard to believe that you, of all people, would want better for your family. I will not shame you for that. What right do we have? Again, we do wish to help, but to rob the only safe space in the city in case the undead were to invade, we can't have that happening. But I wish to know who it was that set you up to take those bones."
Old man Henrik. And he'll look at you and see that you guys don't know who that is. He goes, the coffin maker in town.
Chef will nod, seemingly to understand just either the motives behind the coffin maker, but then wonder why it is that he didn't go to Father Lucian if there was a matter of not wanting the undead to spread and rise from their coffins. But he will ask anyway, "Why would the coffin maker want you to steal these bones, son?"
He goes, I don't know. He goes, Henrik came up to me one night, and it seemed like he really needed the bones. He offered me a lot of gold, and so I took it. I mean, it looked like his life savings, and I took it. So that's the most money I ever held. So I took the bones to him, and I didn't really ask why, but he obviously needed them. And with how cursed this town, how cursed this town is, anyways, I didn't even expect. I don't even expect that those things work the way they're supposed to. Not really, anyways.
Chef will nod and say, "By chance, how much money did he give you for those bones? And where could we find them?"
Well, the bones, he has them now. His shop's over by the Airsex stockyard. It's right next door. He goes, sir, how much gold he gave me? He gave me 200.
Chef will nod and perhaps maybe look towards Oksana, trying to signal to maybe get into Chef's mind so they could have a word just for a second.
Yeah, Oksana will shift her focus over to him.
And Chef will say in his mind, "I believe we have a visit to pay to this man. But whatever his reason may be, he is endangering these people."
Oksana will just nod. Thank you for telling us, Milo. I understand, and you should keep the money. You did what you said you would do.
And he says, I just need to take care of them, you know? And he opens the door just a little bit to, kind of like turn around, look at his brothers and sisters rolling around and playing. And he says, they're all I really got here.
Chef in particular will have a chord struck with him on that. And he will nod and say, I don't believe anyone here would shame you for that, son. Please, if you ever need any help, we will, I guess, be taking up residency in the church for now. Please, do not be afraid to come to us.
Could you maybe not tell the father that I did it? I just don't want him to think that I don't appreciate him for what he's done.
He has a
Chef.
sneaking suspicion that you have something to do with it. My lips, at the very least, will be sealed of any further involvement from you.
Chef will nod and say, the same goes for me too. Though, if you were to ask for my personal opinion, I don't think he would fault you for the reason you took them either. It is not out of greed, son. You wanted to help them. What kind of father would shame a boy for something as pure as that?
He'll nod his head, a little bit more solemn, and he'll say, "Thank you." He says, Henrik's been a shut-in as of late. His house and his workshop, he's been closed for a while. A lot of people have just been taking their, parents out to, a lot of people have been taking out their past ones to just be buried out in the dirt. He's been busy working on something, he says, and I don't know what's gotten to him, and I don't know if someone else is, bankrolling him the way he did me, but he wasn't a bad man too, okay? He was good. He looked like he needed help.
Chef will nod and say, I will keep that in mind. But it looks like we have somewhere else to be now. And he will look in the direction of the shops.
Yeah, Milo will close on the door if you guys are done talking to him.
Yeah, Irene will turn on her heels and gruffly walk out the way they came, or walk back the way they came.
Yep.
How spell old man's name? Who's the old man?
Oh, Henrik. I just didn't hear you well the first time. Cool.
Mm-hmm. Perfect. Okay, cool. And so you guys are headed on down to where? Are you guys headed to the church, or are you guys headed over to the coffin maker shop?
I would like to ask, actually, would Eva's grandniece's house be anywhere around this
no.
neighborhood?
Definitely not. Let's take a look at the map.
Cool.
The Vistani encampment that you were referenced to would have potentially have been told that you would have potentially been told that this is closer out in the woods beyond Vallaki.
Oh, okay.
That there's a kind of offshoot path, so it is out of Vallaki for sure.
Cool.
And you have not seen any Vistani in Vallaki.
All right, I guess we are rolling up on old Henrik's shop.
Old Henrik's shop. Yeah. Okay, perfect. Let's take a 10-minute break and we'll be back with Rayfield.
Cool.
Sound good.
Oh,
Let me put on anxiety music.
oh goody. Oh goody. No, by all means, please keep going with your guys' stuff. Just give me a few more minutes with them. So, for anyone still around, Any ideas on what to say to the old boy to get him to smile?
Tell a funny
I would
joke.
start with a show tune.
Yeah. Uh-huh. No, it's alright. I got it. I'm locked in. Oh, Modal, if you're here, I could not fucking. The wheel is covered with like water. I could not mentally figure out what was happening on that wheel. I was like, why is it like doing that? Why is it like roiling? That's like stone and metal.
That's the death water.
Yeah. You seen Dune 2, Modal?
I'm not.
Damn. They when someone dies, they like extract the blood and like the water from them because their whole society is like about water. I was thinking like, oh, this is what like Isaac did that same fucking process on Rayfield. Now he's using his life water to clean his axe.
That's crazy.
Especially crazy because it's not gonna happen because he's balling. A 19 into a 20. 19 on the persuasion. I think 20 into the lock picking. If I lock in for another like 2 rolls, I think I can make it through.
Spoken like a true gambler before he loses it all.
I just got to get back to even.
We miss all the shots we don't take. Yeah.
You can only lose 100% of your life force, but you can gain like a bajillion% of your life force. It's easy math, really. You know what? I'm changing all the rules. I think a natural 20 on persuasion should be mind control. I think Greyfield should just have the power to metagame and influence and fuck around in the world. I think Isaac should be on our team. Now that I think about it. You gotta think baller thoughts to be a baller. You know?
Why won't anybody let Irene be mean? I just don't understand. Let a girl be a
Irene,
little sassy.
Irene killed someone in cold blood.
Let a girl live a little bit. Please. Please.
Irene killed somebody defenseless in cold blood.
You don't
You're about
don't
to
know
get
that?
someone else killed.
You don't know that?
I
You
know
don't know
that.
anything about murder.
Rayfield doesn't know.
Murder? What murder?
Listen, Irene was just seen at the well. We don't have any evidence. Rayfield was seen leading a meathead into an old man's room. I think Irene's got an alibi.
I
Yeah.
just think we should let Irene be a little sassy sometime.
I
She needs
I
to
think
get
we
that shit out somehow. Let her murder.
murder.
Let her be let her
Yeah.
crack down on children that are just
Huh?
protecting children who are sick. You know, like if she needs to be a little sassy to a brother just providing
Murder.
for his siblings, then that's just what needs to happen. You know?
Everybody pointing at Rayfield and screaming murderer like in Stranger Things.
Yeah. I've never seen Stranger Things. Actually, that's not true. I watched season 1 back when I was like, however old I was when that came out.
Final season in November. Get watching.
When did the first season come out?
Fuck me, that. What's 2025 now? I want to say like 7 or 8 years ago. I don't remember.
Good lord. I was but a babe back then. That's crazy.
What you got to eat, Judo?
Burger Bar.
Literal bag of burgers. The popular D&D item.
That was the shit that I wanted after watching SpongeBob with the bag of Krabby Patty. Oh wait, no. It was the Scooby Doo movie. When Scooby Doo finds the bag of hamburgers. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Which one was that? Was that
Oh
the
The
my
live
CGI
action
one?
Scooby Doo one where like
Yeah,
he was
that's why I
going
don't
into the
remember
woods with
any
a
of
bag
them.
of hamburgers.
God, those live action
Oh
Scooby
my
Doo movies were
god.
so good.
Oh my god. I always wanted a bag of burgers after watching. Like, where can I get a sack of Bubba's?
I
where can I get that?
I still rewatch that scene with when Shaggy and Scooby are breaking into like the bar that all the villains go to, and so they dress up as what they imagine villains to be. So fucking funny.
Was the one with movie not the CGI animated? Was the one movie with that fucking blue virus? Did it hold up?
Y-
I remember
Scooby
like
Doo
loving that shit.
Cyber Chase, bro.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
remember
yeah.
loving
Dude,
that shit as a kid.
that shit is the shit that I fuck with.
Uh,
You know? That's like my type of shit. Yeah. Yeah. I liked so many of those, like Scooby Doo Cyber Chase. Scooby Doo Alien Invasion was so good. That shit was so good and so sad and
I
so
never
good.
saw. I never saw any of the animated ones besides Cyber Chase. Ooh, and the one with the Hex Girls. Was that a movie? Or was that an episode?
Oh, okay. But Scooby Doo Zombie Island, though, that's a movie for adults. That is 110% not a child's movie.
Why is that?
That shit. Because the plot was so dark. Hello? Like, hello? A whole village gets slaughtered by fucking pirates, and then the village prays to their cat god and ends up getting the fucking village gets cursed by the cat gods and becomes werecats, and then they fucking kill the pirates. Bruh.
Where's the blood, Yoon? I don't see it.
What?
I don't see no blood.
What?
I
That
don't see
shit
the
that
blood.
has blood written all over it. The blood is on the wall.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Shit is so good. The Hex Girls one though, there was like that vampire one, the Australian vampires, Hex Girls were in that. And then the Salem Witch one, I think they were in too. And then fucking what's that other one? Where was the one? What was the first one though with the Hex Girls? Where they first ever like did the thing. Google. Hex Girls first appearance.
Yeah, I mean they alright.
What do you mean they alright?
What
The
do you mean
Witch's
they
Ghost.
alright?
Yeah, the Salem Witch one. Yeah, the Witch's Ghost. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, hell yeah.
You guys remember watching Little Scooby Doo? Or like Scooby Doo, like. Actually, can I have you guys watch a video with me right now? And it's like required watching.
Tito, you are a sick man.
Okay, I'm gonna stream it. Required viewing. Required viewing.
Yeah, send that shit.
Nah, we're all watching right now. Streaming it.
Send that shit.
Son, do you guys see it?
You can see if you're in the stream. You gotta be there.
I can see if you're here, guys. You have to be here.
I'm watching. I'm watching. Damn.
Yeah. Alright, let's go. Let's see it.
All right.
Is this on work hours, Judo?
Oh, it's this video.
Oh my fucking god. Oh my god. No. I'm upset. Thank you.
So,
that
Roma went to
So,
Silent
were you,
Hill.
were you trying to like
That
set
was
the
a-
mood, Judo, or
was a
Roma
banger.
went to Silent Hill.
Oh my god.
that is
That was a
banger.
banger.
Have you seen their Minecraft stuff, Judo?
No, I have not.
You should see their Minecraft villager stuff. It is fucked up.
You should send it to me.
I will.
Anyways, absolute banger. Help me eat a little bit more of my burger. My burger.
Mhm.
All right. But you kept remembering. I love that shit. All right. Rayfield. Castle Rayfield.
Everyone say bye, Rachel.
Everyone together. You have Isaac holding this axe up above. His arm doesn't look like it's strained at all, holding it above. And he will look at you and say, "Do it now. Make him smile."
Rayfield is going to lean in to the man's ear and say very quietly, "Smile, please. We all die." And he'll pull away.
You see,
And he'll sorry.
Good. And you went.
And he'll just turn to Isaac and say, "Sometimes it is not the salt that a man needs to smile, but the sugar. Observe." And he'll put his arm out and sort of, give the spotlight to the man.
Wonderful. You'll see that the man looks at you and looks at Isaac, and he looks at you and then he smiles. He pulls it together for that moment just to work up a smile. And then you will see the axe chop right through him. And it'll go right down, like vertically, like through his head, through his body. And then Isaac says, as he looks at your reaction, can you give me a sanity check, to see how you go with that?
I can do that. That is an 18. Yeah, he
Wonderful, and an 18 will pass.
holds it together.
You
They'll
hold
hold
it
it
together
together.
enough, and he's gonna look at you and say, "Not enough teeth in his smile." And he'll look at you
Well-
and say,
Sorry, go ahead.
"What will you tell the Baron now?"
Rayfield will yeah, pulling it together, he will give a small shrug of his shoulders and do that thing where you cross one arm and put your elbow on top of it and just like tap at your face a little bit, as if this is just another day and he's just thinking about what he'll have to eat tonight. "Well, it is disappointing, but all I can tell the Baron is that I tried."
Let's tell him together. Come.
Of course. Although, last I checked with the Baron, he was attending to other matters.
I
I'm
don't
sure you
care.
can reach him. Then let's go.
And he'll walk through first. And you're following behind him.
Yeah.
Rayfield, he is going to take you to the Baron.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
following behind him.
I'm Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, let's go.
And tell me if you want to do anything before then.
My out of character train of thought right now is this is the Baron City. If I run, Isaac tells the Baron, and there's going to be nowhere to hide. At least if we go to the Baron, Rayfield knows he likes to play games. Maybe he can pass it off. I don't know if I don't think running is the option here.
Mhm.
So he's gonna.
Totally up to you. Totally up
Yep,
to you. Do you want
he's-
to roll on anything for that?
Hmm. Can he do? Oh. Oh my. Can he do an insight check on Isaac to see to see if he has kept his Rayfield has kept his veneer this entire time. He has performed well. He good on persuasion, got the lock, didn't flinch when the man died, and got him to smile. For all that Isaac has told him to do and all that he has told Isaac, he is performing, I would think, or he would at least think, to satisfaction. So he just wants to get a read on Isaac, if possible, to see if he is believing this, because he's performed so far. Or if he's
Yeah.
taking him to the Baron to be like, can I chop this guy's head off?
Yeah, let's roll an insight to see if you think you're getting over on.
Yeah, almost like a social danger sense, a little bit.
Yep. Yep. Sure.
This can be an
Let's-
18.
Perfect. You only needed a 10 to realize that he does not believe you. He doesn't
Fuck! Oh my
care
god!
about what you have going on. The game with the Baron and all of that doesn't matter to him.
Mm-hmm.
He's taking you to the Baron right now, and your at least forefront thought would be, if he takes you to the Baron right now, sure, you could probably attempt to talk your way out of it.
Yeah, spin a tail.
But will that matter to Isaac at the end of the day?
So, obviously, if the Baron says don't chop Rayfield's head off, Isaac's not going to chop Rayfield's head off. That much I hope can be assumed by both me and Rayfield. So the goal here is really fucking. If he runs, he dies. If he hides, he gets found and he dies.
Mhm.
His best option is to hide behind the Baron at the current moment. It is my train of thought. So, God help me. He's going to the Baron.
Very well. Let's be on our way.
Actually, just one thing before we keep going. Just one thing. Just while they're here, is Isaac just in front of him, assuming Rayfield
Yep.
follow him.
Mhm. Yep.
Let's do a quick roll. It's a 2. 1 and a 2 on the vibe check is crazy. How exposed is this man's neck, Judo?
Is Isaac's neck?
And would he have the thought in his realistically,
Mhm.
could Rayfield get a neck stab in here?
You 100% could. You 100% could, and you would get it with advantage because you have fooled him thus far. Okay.
Um, how far? Oh, oh my
Ask
god.
questions. Ask me questions.
No, yeah, no, sorry. This is just huge. I'm stun locked a little bit. Sorry. Um. Oh my god. Can Rayfield do perhaps a medicine check to see if he got this stab into the like top of the neck, spinal cord, like paralysis, maybe. Taking,
Paralysis.
like, severing something vital. Like, sticking that knife deep enough to where he might be alive, but he's not getting up. Something. Because he knows he cannot, if he knows he has one shot if he goes for this.
Yeah.
Could he get the knife in deep enough?
So, I would say if you're attempting to inflict this person with like a stunned effect or something like that.
Sorry, not paralysis in like the game. Paralysis in like severing the spinal, like severing the spinal cord nerves, basically, like neck down paralysis. Yeah, like one shot, get me out of this.
Yeah, no, I hear you. Yeah, I feel like it would be reasonable that you could do that. I would say it'd be reasonable that you could do that right now, without even rolling for it.
Wait. What did you just say? Wait, what did you just say? What was that last part?
You don't have to roll medicine to discern that.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Sorry. I thought. Okay. So he is going to try for it. He's gonna fucking try for it.
Okay. All right, let's do it. You're gonna roll with advantage.
Just a standard attack here.
Whatever you got.
And he is going to use the personal corsage of the Hidden Thorn to pull the +1 dagger, because God help me, that if that +1 might matter.
Mm-hmm.
And he is going to go for it. First roll is a 23. Second roll is a natural 1. And I am going to use my once a day Worm Heart to add a D8 to that 23.
Awesome.
For a total of 28. 28 to hit.
Very awesome. You pull out your corsage and you look for the back of his neck, and you see Isaac's hand, this large demonic hand, begin to move without Isaac looking back at you. The hand moves to guard his neck as you go for the attack, but you do it just quick enough that you catch it between the fingers to dig into the back of his neck, and you hear a howl as Isaac goes, "Rah!" and you see his hand grab at the back of his neck, and he moves forward and falls on his knees. You know that is not going to kill him. You see this burst and this howl of energy that is now starting to burn at your chest as you see that this arm becomes inflamed. What do you want to do while he is stunned?
Is the hand still on his neck?
Yep.
So, and he fell forward, and so I guess the dagger sort of released he in the scuffle, so it's just sticking out of his neck, perhaps.
It could be, or if you pulled it with
Okay.
you.
No, I'm gonna leave it in the neck because I'm wondering.
He howled large enough. You know that there's guards downstairs. This is not a surprise to you.
Yeah. God, I just don't think this is a moment where I can kill this motherfucker. No matter what I do, I don't know if I can kill this motherfucker.
With the reaction of his hand,
Yeah.
I think Raphael would know that there is another dimple into whatever the situation is with Isaac, because that hand moved without Isaac.
Yeah,
knowing.
without. Yeah. Yep. Okay. If the dagger's still in there, I mean, he's guarding his neck, but if the dagger's still in there, if he pushes it deeper, if he is truly stunned, if he pushes it in deeper and scrambles the fuck out of this guy's spinal cord, maybe. Is that a possibility?
The feasibility of doing something like that with the hand on there. So he's stunned that he's not going to move right now. He's not going to move right now. I think that you, at least Rayfield, would potentially have the thought that if the hand moved without Isaac, it could still do so now.
Yeah. Oh God. Fuck. It's just running seems the most obvious option. The problem is, if he runs, this is not a non-issue anymore. It just becomes a hunt for Rayfield. But
did you give Isaac your name?
Was Isaac around?
Did Isaac care what your name was?
Fucking no, probably not. But God, he knows what the boy looks like. Okay, one more thing. Does Isaac have, besides the axe, does Isaac have anything visible, outerwear, like outer clothing, visible on him that looks like it could be important to take? Like, just, simple scan.
The keys.
Something. The keys. The fucking key. The keys! The keys. Yeah, the keys. The keys. He's going for the keys.
Okay. There's a myriad of keys on this like loop that you could pull off of him.
Could I pull the whole loop?
Yep.
Okay, he's doing it.
All right. Go ahead. Move your character closer.
Wait.
Do it.
Yeah. Fuck, I already said I was doing it. God damn it, fine. He moves closer to get the goddamn keys.
Perfect. You see that as you reach for the keys. Sure.
Yeah. Could I do one more thing before the keys?
Depends on what.
Bonus action disengage.
No.
Fuck.
You're gonna go up there and grab the keys. As you grab the keys, you notice that the hand does move for attempting to grab your hand, but it misses grabbing your hand.
Okay. Thank fuck.
But you see that
Wait a
that
minute.
hand is moving. That hand is moving from, like its own will.
Yeah. But do you know what that also means?
I do.
It's off the neck.
Mhm.
Oh, hold on. Rolling. Natural one. Is
This is I'm not sugarcoating it. He is a unit.
I
He is an absolute unit.
I know. I'm just thinking about the biology of this. If he can scramble that fucking spinal cord, this man becomes nothing. Rayfield sees the opportunity. The hand moves from the neck. The dagger, still there. Vitals close by. If he can just jam it in a little bit more.
It won't. I'll tell you right now. It won't kill. It won't kill him. Obviously, it will only stun him for longer. But you have guards definitely reaching, definitely on their way, considering the how.
He's gonna.
If you stay here any longer than now, you're certain that there will be guards that show up.
Okay.
Any longer than what you do right now.
Yep. Okay. Um. Yeah. As much as he wants to, as much as he wants to finish this before it's started, and just take this man from the world. He is not stupid, so he is going to take the keys and run.
All right, where are you going?
Quick look behind him here. What does he see down this hallway?
He sees that there's a long hallway that leads to, at least a stairway that leads to the back. If you had your money on it, you know, Rayfield being from homes like this, that probably leads towards the kitchen. That's probably the servant's entrance to the second floor.
Kitchen, gotcha. He was headed this way in search of, as we talked about, like a trophy room, a room with valuables.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I need the rest of you to not hate me for this. So this was in that direction. Where would that room be from where he is now, if he was thinking about it?
You would be looking. Can you think that the Baron would be holding like these like luxury items closer to his chest, which would be closer to his bedroom, if anything?
And where is that in relation to here?
Well, it's definitely.
What do you think?
It probably wouldn't. It probably wouldn't be like this room right here, for example. This is a smaller room here. You haven't investigated this room.
Yep.
Right, with the double doors here. You also have not discovered what could be down this hallway. That's certain.
Sorry. Very interesting. Interesting conundrum here. How long? Can I do a something share like medicine, survival, something like that to see how long he thinks the that Isaac will be down for?
He'll be
Insight,
down for
some-
1 turn. As soon as you decide where you're gonna go from here, I'm gonna start
One.
the encounter.
1 fucking turn. 1 turn. Okay. Um. So let me ask you this, Judo. If he runs down this hall,
Yeah.
if he runs down this hall, down here, unlocks the door, gets in, locks it behind him. Model, shut up, shut the fuck up. If he does that,
Yeah.
Okay, I have an idea. I have
Okay.
an idea, Judo.
Okay.
He's gonna run this way. Can he grab something off of this like little wardrobe that
This
he's
is like
next to?
a ram's horn. Nothing
Yeah,
fancy about it. You have
yeah.
notary stuff. All of this might be stuff that's like collected and will be eventually
That's fine.
discarded.
Heaviest thing he can find. Grab it
Cool.
in his hand. Throw it through the window next to him. Loud shatter, crash.
That's an
he-
object
he-
interaction. That's an object interaction
Yep.
and an action to throw.
Would since he has the keys, would he be able to do the door on a bonus action?
I think he would totally be able to do that. He needs to, of course, find the correct key.
Okay. Grabs the horn, throws it through the window, and
Window shatters.
still as fast as he can, but quietly, as to not continue this, like, hopefully muffled by the carpet and everything else and the noise and the screams. No, he wants to make that window demolishing as loud as possible, and then he is going to try to quickly and silently continue moving through the house and get to this door. He is trying to make it look like he jumped out that window when actually he's going into the room.
Okay. So you object interaction action, throw that through there. You have enough movement to get to that area, and then when you do, you're in front of the door. Fortunately, you find that the door is unlocked already. All right, you're going in, right?
That feels sticky. Yep. He's going in. Damn it! This doesn't quite look.
Not only do
Oh,
you
well.
walk in, you walk into a mastiff that is laid on one of the fur, mats here. It is almost waking up to the ruckus. And as you go in, you open the door and maybe close the door behind you. You see that this mastiff here starts to stand up and starts to growl as though you're unfamiliar. You want to give me an animal handling check to see if you can quell
Yeah.
the dog?
Yeah, fellas, I'll be honest. I got 0 animal hand, so this is gonna be a straight vibes based roll. That's gonna be a natural 1, Mr. Judo Action Jesus.
This dog is going to attack you.
Yeah. Yep. We play with the hand we're dealt. Sorry, guys.
The Mastiff is going to lurch at you, and is going to bite at you. That will
I
be
don't
a-
suppose I could get a surprise round here, Judo.
Definitely not, considering your
Damn it.
surprise
Yeah.
round was using actions like throwing out of the window, which is probably great for you. But of course, we've sort of made the bed. All right. Will a 12 hit you?
It will not, Mr. Judo
Okay.
Action Jesus.
For sure. The dog tries to grab a bite of your clothing. It doesn't sink into your skin, and so that bite does no damage to you. You'll be able to kind of like wiggle off of the
Yeah.
dog's teeth in the next turn.
Yep.
As you're in here, though, because you use your action, an object interaction,
Everything but the reaction, really.
and everything but your reaction. I'm now gonna have things move.
Yep. Yep.
You have no vision.
Nope.
Things are moving.
Oh, you're a sick man, Judo, for making that making that like fog of war.
I mean, you close the door, and you're in like.
Yeah,
a-
no, I did.
kind
Yep. No, this is on me. This is on me.
Okay. It's your turn.
Fuck, goddamn, I hate to kill a dog. I fucking hate to kill a dog, but
Perhaps my
Is that-
cruelest. Perhaps the cruelest.
Yeah,
I've done.
let me check my inventory right quick.
Dog
Nope,
treat.
no.
Dog treat.
Yeah, no dog treat, no spare meat in the inventory. What a fucked up day. I forgot my spare meat. Okay. Fuck. Well, he's killing a dog, I guess. Fuck. Okay. Yeah, let's go. He is stop, you motherfucker, stop. He's gonna pull his rapier out, and he's going to go for the neck. He is trying to keep he is attempting to stab this dog in such a way that to prevent like yelping, barking. It attacked him with not a lot of fanfare.
Yeah.
Hopefully, if he can just, take this thing out, it will be better for him. Okay. Enough stalling. Rolling for the rapier. Do I want to give myself advantage, or would 2 attacks be better? I have to think 2 attacks would be better. No, because I will give myself advantage with the steady aim feature to use I will use my bonus action on steady aim, and then I will use the rapier, because if I didn't, I would not get my sneak attack. Here comes.
Can you steady aim melee attacks?
Maybe it was the wrong. If not, I'm gonna use the help, my subclass help thing.
People are saying yes. So I'll
All right,
agree
then
with that.
fuck it. I'm steady aiming that shit, and I get a 23 on the hit.
Wonderful. It is going to. Yeah, you're going to hit. How much damage?
Okay. Let's find out. It's gonna be 8 plus 5 for a total of 13 damage on the hound.
For 5. Okay, perfect.
Hopefully, right in the
perhaps.
neck.
Yeah, for 5 damage, you will kill the mastiff. It'll sever his vocal cords, and perhaps that rapier will dig deep right into its heart, killing the dog almost instantly.
Okay. Is Owlbear messed up for anybody? It's not loading for me. I tried to refresh, but
Maybe I
Oh,
have
there
to
it goes.
refresh for you.
no, I got it. I'm good now. Whew, okay. Dog down. Quick scan of the room. That was his action. If I can just look around the room real quick.
Sure. Yeah. Looking around the room. What are you attempting to look for? Something valuable?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay, for sure. Looking around the room, you will see that there are obviously you're in a library. You're in somebody's maybe personal library, of course. If anything were to be there that would be of value, it wouldn't be lined on the walls. At least not anything that's bound with knowledge. Perhaps it would be in a desk. So potentially here in the desk that's behind the table.
Yeah. Fuck. I am worried. Saying this for everybody. I'm worried about the smell of the dog. And like the blood perhaps seeping through the bottom of the door. So he is going to he has enough movement. I mean it's right here. So he is going to drag the dog. Eric, I'm worried about everything. That is a small piece of what I'm worried about now. He's going to drag the dog just back into this corner with him as he goes to check the drawers.
Yeah, that'll be difficult terrain to drag the dog with you up to wherever you want to put the dog. And I'll have you usually I'd have you use an action to be dragging somebody, but I'll have you use a bonus action since you're not in danger right now.
Yep. Okay. And it's 10 feet and he has 30 feet, so he can just
for sure.
do it.
Right here.
Sorry, dog.
Okay.
Yeah, like back here.
All right. Cool. Okay.
The placing of the dog is less important than the fact that he's not stinking and bleeding by the door.
Okay. Right.
And then he's checking the drawers if he can do that now or later. And
you will do it later. I have a turn to take.
Yeah, and he. Suffice it to say, he is trying to be quiet about all of this. He went into this room as to try and throw them off the scent while staying in the house.
I hear you.
I don't like that I get scared of it.
You're only gonna hear a yell come from in the halls in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
I want the whole house searched. Every corner. This is a upset Isaac.
Yeah.
It's your turn.
Yeah. It is my turn, ain't it? It is my turn, Mr. Judo Action Jesus.
Give me your perception.
Yeah, I'll do that. Let me get perception real quick. That's gonna be an 18.
Perfect. You'll hear that there are boots on the door in front of you.
There's someone standing right outside, huh?
Yep.
Heavy footsteps, like Isaac footsteps.
Heavy footsteps, like armored footsteps.
Okay.
It'd be unclear to tell the difference right now, especially in your heightened state.
Yeah. That's better. Everything's relative. It's relative. With these rolls, Strahd better be fucking. Strahd's got fucking popcorn cheering at his TV right now. With these fucking rolls, he's rooting for the home team. Okay. Fuck. The whole house searched. Let me ask.
Yeah.
This part of the desk right here.
Yeah.
Is it is like, it's not like a through
It's not
desk
open.
like that.
It's not
Okay.
open. It's closed.
Gotcha. Yeah, gotcha. Gotcha. Oh, it is such a big risk, but there might not be another way.
We'll talk it out.
Yeah. Yeah, the thought is get underneath the desk, pull the chair in behind him. I understand that there is a dead dog in the corner.
Mhm.
Out of game. Believe
Yeah.
me, I understand that there's a dead dog in the corner.
Mhm.
I am hoping that the rest of the room seems innocuous enough to that so that I'm thinking in terms of what a soldier would think to check versus where like a little rat fuck would hide. A soldier,
Yeah,
perhaps. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying
I understand. I
like
understand what you're saying. The only thing you have
like
against
like
you is the dead dog that got dragged from the front door to the back. But I understand what you're saying.
like
Well, it's your hide against somebody else's perception at the end of the day, or investigation, rather.
my stealth.
Yep.
Okay. He is going. He's gonna do it. He's gonna do the maneuver. He's gonna get under the desk, pull the chair in, and wearing this. Oh fuck no! That was a conversation I was having with the artist. That's not real yet. I forgot his. Okay, well. Anyway, he is just going to pull the chair in behind him and get get as small as he can and just hide.
All right. Gonna get as small as you can. You're gonna hide.
Oh,
I understand.
don't laugh, Gina. Don't laugh.
I know you're trying to hide. I understand. You're hiding you're hiding using your action. Nobody is around you. You are going to successfully hide. Is that it?
Wait a minute. I didn't like how you said that. I did not like how you said that.
Don't pay attention to those things. I just need to know when you're done so I can move.
Yeah. Can he ready in action? So he rapier
So you're gonna cunning action hide.
cutting action hide. Fuck, I just said the word. Where you hold an action?
Ready in action, yeah.
Yeah, ready in action. If somebody finds him, if they peek their head down, he is taking one of his normal daggers and stabbing them.
Okay.
And by find I mean like eye contact. Like maybe they won't see him if they're just like cursory passing by, but I mean like it's obvious they see him. Hopefully like surprise them with that dagger coming out.
Yeah.
Straight
If
for the
they
throat.
see you, you are going to stab them.
Yep. Straight
Okay.
for the throat, baby.
Okay. I understand. All right.
Yep.
I'm playing now.
Have fun.
You have a guard walk into the room. The duck says, "There's blood here." The guard will move around, following the trail of blood, looking around. Another guard will come in and will look around as well. Whoa. They killed poor Claw. Damn it. Vistani, surely. And you see the Velaki guards look towards each other. And they'll walk around. Let's roll. let's roll your stealth versus their perception. Give yourself advantage.
Are they rolling perception, or is it just their passive?
It's gonna be their passive perception.
Will you tell me just out of curiosity, or do you want to keep it?
No, I won't.
Okay. With advantage. Here goes. First roll coming up. That is going to be a 12. Second roll coming up. That is going to be a 12. Now, before this proceeds any farther, does anyone have any advantage or inspiration? Like the...
The guards, maybe they bump into each other. They walk right past you, hidden underneath this table. And they walk out. They must have killed the dog on their way in. And they walk away. It's your turn.
Rayfield is going to just wait for just a minute, just to, as long as it takes to hear the footsteps pass by and stay gone.
Yeah.
After that, are we out of combat turns
If you
now?
do this, if you wait long enough, and eventually you'll hear that the amount of foot soldiers walking by are going to lessen.
Okay.
And at that point, I will put you out of combat.
Okay.
If that's what you're going to do.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. He's gonna... First of all, he is going to... Let me roll a check real quick. He is going to feel the... As they walk away and his adrenaline starts to settle, he is going to feel the bile crawl up from his stomach into his throat. He feels like the burning at the back of his tongue and at his throat. And he is going to be able to swallow that back and stay in control. His heart is hammering out of his chest. This sweat covers his body now. Things have gone so out of control. What he intended. This situation's so far beyond him. But for now, he has made it. He's gonna stand up and check the drawers. For all he's been through, he cannot leave empty-handed.
Yeah, you will open a drawer. One drawer has nothing but a bunch of old mail in it, useless information. The next drawer will have a framed photo in it. It is cracked. It has 3 people in it, or rather, it has 2 people in it. It is a woman and a boy. You could tell even now, through the crack, that there was ink on the other end of that painting, or not painting, of that kind of of that painting that was framed. It's small. It's for a desk. Yeah, you can tell there's ink on the other end with some writing on it. These people look unfamiliar to you. You have never seen them here around the house. In another dresser, there is a fine pen. This fine pen, at the very end, the tip of it, has a jewel A lapis lazuli jewel. It looks refined.
He's sorry, with the picture, was that to mean that there's perhaps writing on the back if
There
you
is
took it out
writing
of
on the
its
back of that.
frame?
Yeah, if you take it
Okay.
out of the frame.
Okay. Yeah. He's gonna pocket the pen and take. How big is it? How big is this
It's a
picture?
pen.
Would it be awkward?
Oh, I'm sorry. The picture. The frame. Oh no, you would just like. It's
How big is
really
it?
simple. It's small. I don't know. Inches. It's
Um.
fucking 6x4, whatever.
Oh,
4 by
okay.
6. Something
Yeah,
like that.
yeah. I was thinking about like the awkwardness of taking this with him, but that's fine. You can read it later. Any other drawers? Anything else?
There is another drawer. It is locked.
Try for the keys, key ring.
You'll see that this key
Any-
is more tuned for doors versus the smaller lock that you have in front of you.
I see. Well, by the grace of Modal, the lockpicks did not break, so he's gonna go for it.
Perfect. You're going to attempt, and on these smaller locks, there is a potential for you to mess up the lock irreparably. Now, you're not going to destroy
Yep.
your lockpick, but there is a chance for you to do that. So
Yep.
you're going to have a chance to do this, right?
Yep.
The smaller ones are a little bit more, fragile, so this is going to be a tougher
Yep,
one.
delicate.
It's going to be 16. So you need to beat.
16. I'm a baller. I'm not a baller. That's gonna be 12. Another fucking 12.
12, and you're going to crack the locking mechanism. You won't be able
Damn
to
it.
open this door now.
Could would there be a way for him to perhaps? Oh fuck! I should have looked for a key. And now, would there be a way for him to brute force this open, like shoving his dagger down into the mechanism to like snap it? I don't imagine it would have worked for one of the doors because they're heavier locks, but maybe with something delicate like this, he could destroy the locking mechanism entirely.
I think that the mechanism that you see and the reason why it's so hard is because it's inset into the wood. It's not outside of it, right? So it's inset into the wood, which is why you wouldn't be able to, maybe pull it out and fix it, right? You made irreparable damage to it. So if you wanted to attempt anything to brute force your way, you would genuinely have to brute force it using a strength check, a flat strength check, to break open this door. Using one of your daggers as a pry bar. Now, you'd have a better chance at doing it with a crowbar. But if you only have a dagger...
Crowbar. Yep. No crowbars to be found. Yeah. While he's here, fuck it. When in Rome, strength check.
Perfect. It's a strength check.
What DC on this?
That one's going to be a 16.
With a -1, I'm a baller. Damn it. 13.
13. Yep. You just dull your blade a bit.
Could he give it one more try and then he's moving on? Or is it like one and done?
I think that you may be pulled at the best point that would give you some leverage, and you've already warped bits of the wood that wouldn't let you pull better.
Oh, okay, gotcha. So the one sort of nook that he would have had really there anymore, scraped out.
To really drive it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. He like got at the point where the lock would be. Okay, fair enough. Fuck, that is annoying. He is. Yeah. Any. He's a fucking knowledge boy. Any of these books looking particularly juicy? Anything regarding magic? Anything regarding the city, Strahd, Barovia, vampires, werewolves, alchemy, stuff to his advantage, stuff like that.
You would have to spend some time to find that. I would give you time to do that, but you'd have to stay in the house. Is that? Is that okay with you? Because a lot of these don't have aren't written down the lines of their backs. You're
Oh,
pulling them out
yeah.
manually.
I was mostly thinking for like the spines. No. So I think I've pushed my luck quite far enough, Mr. Judo Action Jesus.
Okay.
I don't think I'm gonna stick around for a book, at least not right now, unless there's something super obvious that's like Dummy's Guide to Being a Great Potion Master 101.
All right, for sure.
Yeah.
You'll have. So you're gonna head out now.
Yeah, he is.
All right, perfect.
Before he does, yeah, about how to commune with dragons and make them fight for you, something like that. Before he does, just ear to the door. One more check. Make sure there's nobody out there.
Yeah. Ear to the door. You will not hear that there's anybody immediately next to you, down this hall. You're familiar with what the footsteps should sound like if they're down this hall.
Yep.
Which
Okay.
is probably the extent as to where it goes.
Do these doors open in or out, Judah?
This one opens out.
Inwards
Or,
towards him or out?
This one opens inwards towards you.
Okay. So yep, he is going to peel this door peel this door open and just peek out as much as he can see into the hall, sticking his head out just a little bit, trying to see anything down here, this way.
Yep. Every now and then you will see that there is a guard moving across.
Gotcha. What? So he's just pacing this hallway. What's the
Yes.
time between passes? Do you think?
I'd have to give you time to figure that out. Are you gonna wait there?
Yeah, he's gonna wait just for like one pass going and one pass coming to see how long it takes.
Perfect. I'm gonna give you time to do that then. I'm gonna move on over to Henrik's.
My boy's alive. My boy's alive. For now.
Everyone, thank you for being patient. All right. We are off to Henrik's. I'm gonna take your characters for you. Work, work. Up, right. Lock that bitch up. We're going on a trip. On your way there, Chef Aaron A. Oksana, are you guys talking to each other about the situation that's about to happen? About what you're about to get into? Questions or plans?
I don't know, are we?
No?
Modal your voice.
I guess.
You're
Can I?
emotionally draining. You're emotionally draining modal. Go ahead. Go
Can
ahead, Erica.
I think back onto when I ran into Henrik? He seemed frantic then. With the knowledge that he's paying to have bones stolen, can I think back on the interaction if there was anything else strange about him?
Well, he was an older gentleman, certainly. Give me a history check.
Uh, 14.
Perfect. On a 14, thinking about Henrik, thinking about the situation you're in, you guys will consider that amongst the things that he dropped while he was walking with you, he held on to a white cloth close to his chest. I mean, that was not up for debate.
Oh shit.
Other than that, he didn't exchange names with with any of you. And he took off again in a hurry. But that's pretty much all I could give you from that.
Okay.
I'm going to now show you guys Henrik's. It is to the right of the Blue Water Inn, the bottom right corner.
I think Chef will, before they make it any closer to the shop, he's going to, in a lower voice so that they're not heard from inside, say, I think we need to take it into possibility that if he was willing to use a child as a pawn to get these bones, I don't think that he would have any qualms of throwing him into the lion's den as far as trying to get anyone off his trail. Just be prepared for a chase if it comes to that.
Irene will nod and she'll say, agreed.
All right. I suppose we should go in friendly. Maybe he's also being coerced into this, and then we can find out.
Yes, but let's take note of any points in which he can exit the building.
Irene is going to give a subtle grimace to Oksana's suggestion of kindness. I think from her perspective, she might just be sort of disgusted with the idea of disrupting the sanctity of a church and keeping it safe from harm and evil. And I think that in her demeanor it shows that sort of bitterness, but she's going to stay quiet nonetheless.
Okay. I guess since she met him, Oksana will just go up to the door. Is it locked?
You're gonna reach up for the door handle? Yeah, it is locked.
I guess I'll just knock then.
Wonderful. You'll knock on the door, and you'll hear, "We're closed. Go away."
Oh, sir, we met
Go
earlier
away!
at the chapel.
Leave me alone. The shop's closed. Mourn elsewhere.
I was hoping I could come and help you with some things after I disrupted you earlier.
The door opens, and you will see Henrik in front of you. Here's a picture of Henrik. What is it that you want? Yes, I'm sorry I ran into you. I apologize, but
Oh, no.
please, you're better off going.
Oh,
I have no coffins.
I don't need a coffin, thankfully. We were just helping at the chapel, and I thought perhaps we could help you as well.
No, I didn't need no help. I just would like to be left alone. Thank you.
Chef
Can
will,
I? Oh, go for it.
Sure.
Chef will place a hand on Oksana's shoulder and just lightly put her behind him. And he will say, actually, we were hoping you could help us. Not with any coffins, no. Just, we just needed to ask a few questions, if you have the time.
No soliciting either. The shop's closed. Have a good night. And he'll close the door.
he will stop the door before he can, and he will say, I assure you, I have nothing to sell. Just a question, if you will.
Yes. That's the question.
Chef
And
will
get your hand away from my door.
Chef will lightly take his hand off the door, and he will say, so about, I would say maybe a few, I would say maybe an hour or so ago, we came from the church with the knowledge that the rite in which they use to protect the church from undead has been robbed. Well, we went around, asked a few of the locals, and were told to come see you. Would you know anything about this?
No, I don't. I'll be on your way. Roll an insight check, everyone.
Uh, 23.
Yes. That was a funny 23 to get. And,
That is a dirty 20.
23.
I had to click over it and do math. Math is hard.
What'd you get in your name? Hurry up.
19.
Wow, very good. All of you are able to see that his almost, similar to Milo. Right when you mentioned the right words about the church and sanctity and all that stuff, you see kind of like the brow kind of quiver, and you see the same shame in Milo's eyes. So you see it in Henrik's in this moment when he says no, he doesn't, and he'll say, "Now have a good night," and he will close the door.
Despite his warning, Chef will again put a foot in between, and I think he's done playing games at this point, and he will say, Please, my friend, do not insult me. I know the look of a man cornered when I see one. But I will promise you, there will be no trouble. Just please, tell us the truth, won't you? We know the boy who took the bones, and we know who he got that money from.
You can't help me. None of you can.
Can I cast message on him? I won't subtle spell it, but this way only he can hear me. And just say, if you're being threatened or forced to do something, I promise we'll do what we can to help you, just like we're trying to help the others as well.
So, yeah. And he's gonna talk out loud. He doesn't know what message is. What are you doing in my head?
Sorry, if there was anyone who was around that you didn't want to hear or be around, I could speak with you privately.
And it's like he's thinking, and he just like thinks, if you come in here, all of your lives are in danger.
Chef will look at him solemnly. Go ahead.
I think our lives are already in danger with what's been disrupted at the church being gone.
I promise you, young lady, it is not as much as in danger as I am. In this house, there is wickedness.
Chef will
Someone will reach
solemnly
out
say,
He's going to be saying all of that in Oksana's head,
and
by
just
the way. By the way.
weird.
Oh, okay. Okay, 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 okay. She'll do the same thing. She'll just reach out and gently take his hand.
And he'll say, I can't leave. She'll kill me.
Who's keeping you here and forcing you to do these things?
There is a woman here. No, not just any woman. A vampire. Her name is Volenta. She is who I claimed the bones for. She lays here still even now. And so do the bones.
Is she asleep? Is she waiting for you inside?
You can see that it's starting to turn tonight, and he kind of like looks up from the door and he says, maybe soon. But the bones are here for her, and she will take them and do with them what she will. Only then can I keep my life. At least that's what she said.
Is this all still above table? I'm so sorry. Is this all still in just
Definitely-
to Oksana?
Definitely in Oksana's head.
Okay. Over the table, did we got the Rayfield read us all Van Richten's little vampire page we found, right?
Yeah, I believe so. In fact,
It said how to kill. It said like you can stake vampires there, right?
Well,
Like it said that's how
guys
you
should
kill
refer to-
them.
You guys should definitely refer to the passage.
Sorry, I was muted.
Scroll.
He did do that. He did give it to everybody.
Yeah, you guys should definitely read that.
Scroll. Okay.
Read that and understand it, and actually read it right now.
Here, I'll copy and paste it for people. Guess I'll put it in main. Come on! I don't have enough characters. Take on. So killed. Okay. Does this man have a And okay, this is a coffin warehouse. There's like wood around. There's chunks of wood.
Yep.
Okay. I suppose I can't make a check about the semantics of running water, can I? That's
The
it's just water.
semantics of
Who
running-
knows?
It's like if you were in a river, if you were in a, you know.
Who fucking knows?
That's,
Running river. Okay.
That's running water. If you're standing in running water.
Okay. This might just be the
The what?
I'll just tell him in his head the session of making stupid choices.
Yeah.
I think
I don't think anyone's made a
if you'll
stupid
trust
choice
us and we move very quickly. Shut up. I
Say
think we could kill it. I think we could kill it and free you.
No, you don't understand. And now he's speaking out loud. You don't understand, and he's gonna whisper it. She is a beast without reason. She will kill all of us. She has threatened to skin me alive, to let me walk around as proof of her wickedness.
Chef will step forward and say, "This is not our first time we've dealt with this creature, my friend. We know the risks, and we are willing to take them if it means helping you."
Irene will also step forward, and she will say, "We came here to see this through, and if you are truly in danger, then we have no choice but to help." And my good friend Chef is absolutely right. This isn't our first rodeo. I think you need to put your trust in the help that we're offering. Maybe you don't have to be here for it, but let us help.
And he'll look down and give me a persuasion check. Then do it with advantage because all of you guys were talking.
Me or
I don't know. You guys choose who's egging it on the most.
That's a natural 20 plus 1 for me.
oh,
Sounds good.
never mind.
Okay. Henrik will say, "If you truly think you are strong enough," and he will open the door to allow you guys in.
Chef will walk in and say, but one thing, my friend. Something that will make the process a bit easier. You see, one of the glaring weaknesses of these creatures is while they are asleep, they are very vulnerable to a stake to their heart. It will keep them from moving. You have quite a surplus of lumber lying around. If you could very quickly create a stake for us, it will help us immensely.
Surely. And he'll say, "I'll work on it." And he'll grab some wood, and he has his tools here to help work on it. And as he's doing it, he says, "You should know something. She is not any of those that you have seen before. She
Chef
is
will-
his."
Mm.
And he'll carve out one.
Chef will take it and say, "This is not the first time we've killed one of his little playthings."
Not a plaything. His wife. And he will finish carving the second.
Judo's chef's hand with that steak will begin to shake a little bit as he waits.
Irene's eye will twitch.
He'll finish making the third. I do not know where they lie, so you will need to be quiet on your way through the home. In my bedroom. Once you head up the stairs to your right, past the kitchen. In my wardrobe, there is a false panel. A false panel on the bottom will show you a chest. In that chest is where I place the bones. At least where she told me to place them. You will need to be careful and watch your steps. And don't go looking too far in places you shouldn't be. She is a tricky one. Infinitely cruel. She said of all of them, all the wives he has, that none will make more of an effort to prove her worth in blood. Be careful. Alright, let's have you guys go. If you want to, or if you want to talk to him. There is a door here. There is a door here. He will stay here and wait until what you do is done.
Chef will lean in to
Speak, switch
Oksana
it.
and whisper, we have a chance with these stakes, but we are a little bit under our usual numbers. Do you think we can make this happen?
And Henrik, you had to have them tonight for her.
She will take them tonight. And if what you say is true about the bones, then she will most certainly do something with them. And the church will not be safe. Beyond this, I have no idea what her goal could be. What blood she plans to spill in his honor. I don't know.
Chef will nod and say, well then, forward we go then.
You guys are using encounter movement to walk around.
Okay.
Move your pieces. There's a door here. There's a door here. However you guys want to go. If you guys want to travel together, take separate routes. It's up to you.
Yeah,
I think-
Irene is not going to make the first move here. She's kind of standing rigidly by the door still, sort of very tense, unable to like walk forward until someone else kind of makes the first move there.
Can Chef crack the door
Yeah.
open and just peek inside?
Crack this door open?
Yeah,
Yeah, sure.
he will do that.
You will see several coffins laid on the ground, kind of in a showroom behavior. And that's what you see with the door cracked open.
Alright, Chef will indicate how many coffins are in that room and that he does not see a specific coffin that stands out. So he will very quietly now make his way to this door and do the same and crack it open.
There's not a door there.
Oh.
Up here. Yeah, that's not a door.
Yeah, that is in fact a wall. We will go to the other door then.
This door? You know, crack it open?
Yeah. Yeah.
Alright, you're using your movement, by the way.
Oh, So 5, 10, 15, 20. I think that
Remember,
equals out.
reminder too, that it is close to night, okay? You are trying to get up there
Yeah.
before nightfall complete.
All right.
Yeah, you see like a kitchen. Almost like what would have been a kitchen is now turned into like a workshop, where tools are being held as well. Maybe a workshop or a trade shop for when there's people probably working on their like family crest with Henrik.
Chef will again relay what he
Um,
sees, and he's going to say that their best bet will more than likely be this area over here, just because there's plenty of space for corpses to be spared out and plenty of space for her to lay wherever she likes.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I
Oksana,
guess
you walk in.
Oksana will just. Yep.
You'll walk in, you'll see a staircase on your right, and you'll see that this showroom leads to more coffins on the left. 2 of them open.
Are there
Well,
windows
3.
in this showroom?
Yeah, there are windows. You will notice on the inside here, on the windows on the side of this building, you'll see that all of these windows are covered. These windows are either covered with wood, or they will have drapes over them. You'll see some of them have both, but they are set up to block out the light.
I'll lean my head back out the door and gesture them towards me.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna start opening coffins.
You're gonna open
Carefully.
coffins?
Yeah.
Perfect. All right. You are opening coffins, and you are attempting to do so quietly.
Yeah.
Okay. Sure. Yeah. Let's go ahead and open that coffin. Let's do it with a sleight of hand. Irene, let's move you where you want to go.
I don't think Irene can go in the room.
Okay.
Right. Yeah, I think she's going to be standing at the door looking in, but unable to go inside.
Okay. All right, Oksana.
I open it. Is there anyone in there?
Did you sleight of hand it to see if you were gonna open it quietly?
Oh, right. Sorry. I'm panicking.
Yep.
Oh, that's good. Dirty 20.
On Dirty 20, you open it. There is nobody inside of that coffin.
Okay. I'll do the one behind me.
All right, you're
Gotta
gonna spend
be
an
one of
action to do
these.
that. Chef, what are you gonna do with your turn?
I think he's going to follow in. So that's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And can you tell, like, since there's covered windows, like, where I guess like the darkest corner of this room would be?
You would see that the only reason that there's dark corners is because the candlelight is not reaching that far away. Beyond that, pretty much everywhere is kind of like the same, the same light is being robbed in the room, so it's hard to pinpoint a darker area. Every time you guys as a group like finish your round of movement, time is moving forward faster than just 6 seconds, by the way. I just want to let you guys know.
Great. I love it.
Could Chef motion Irene to tell Henrik to maybe vacate the building?
I think that's fair.
Yeah,
Ooh.
in that case, Irene will look from Chef to Henrik and will say, Please, we don't know how dicey this might get. You should leave.
Okay, but but be, but remember, upstairs to the right, past the kitchen, my wardrobe, the false bottom. That's where you will find the bones.
Thank you,
and
sir.
and he'll leave.
Okay. I think Irene will take that opportunity to remind Chef and Oksana. The bones, they're upstairs in his wardrobe.
Chef will nod and say, if you wish to go upstairs very quickly and just secure them, just so we don't have to worry about them, we'll continue our search down here. Please, let us know if you see anything untoward.
I shall. I don't know what the turn order is.
Yeah. Um. It would be. Chef, you didn't do an action. You didn't check anything or use your full movement, did you?
Yeah, I have 5 feet of movement left, and I did not use my action. I guess I'll check this coffin over here.
Okay, sure. Are you trying to do it any particular way, or just opening it?
Very quietly opening it.
Sleight of hand. Go ahead and open it.
Cool.
Anything under a 7, and you guys will accidentally drop the lid, making noise here that kind of like echoes through the room.
Well, we got a 19 on that.
Wonderful. Okay. After that will be Oksana.
Going to walk a bit more in. Can I see what's over here?
It's the rest of the show.
Well, that one looks way nicer than the rest of them. All right. Nice one.
Yeah, you open that one, and you will see first you'll notice a stench, and then you'll see that this is a body that is decomposing inside of this chest. Worms moving around the body, attempting to escape and spill out of the sides of the coffin.
That's not normal. Wait. That's not normal. Why is there a body in here? Well, is it a woman? I don't know what vampires look like.
No, that is a dead body. If you're asking for if it's a woman, it would be hard to tell. It had long hair for sure, but the body is pretty decomposed.
Okay, I guess maybe they don't look like that when they sleep. Okay, that's my turn.
Okay, Irene.
Irene is going to go upstairs. I think she'll dash.
Okay. All right.
just
Dashing
to
is
kinda-
moving at a
yeah.
hurried pace.
Yes.
All right, let's go. Oh, I didn't do it. Lame guy. So, wait. Move your character for a bit, and I'm gonna do something.
Yasmin's gonna be so
Alright.
mad if she comes back and we wiped.
All right, Irene, you're good. Go ahead.
Okay.
Make sure you count your movement.
Okay. Is it supposed to teleport me?
Totally is. Did you let go of it?
Yeah.
Oh, what the heck? I look like a bitch. Oh, whoops. At two-way teleport. 8 teleport. Okay, should be good now. Who's to
Okay.
say?
It's not.
Yeah, fuck this game. Alright, I'm moving your ass up here. Bat. There you go. Oh, okay. Cool. Skin rocks.
Well, I guess there's no upstairs. We should leave.
Well, I guess that's it.
I can
Hold
see that
on.
thing over there. Just
Hold on.
go
Hold
carrier.
on. Maybe. Try again.
Okay. Oh. Well. No.
All right.
Okay.
we're just-
Well, then I'm just gonna get rid of this floor because this
Yeah,
floor's pissing me
the
off.
old-fashioned way.
There you go. Here you go. That's funny.
Thank you. Thank you.
There's doors on your left and right as you come
30,
up.
35, 40. Okay. I'm gonna go to the door to my right.
Okay.
Yeah.
The door opens to a kitchen.
Cool. Is there a door like in the upper left, or is that just
Definitely, that's a door. That's a door.
That is a door. That is a
Mhm.
door.
There's also like a window pane here.
Okay.
That is also
I didn't
covered.
step inside the room. Can I open the door to my left
Yeah, sure.
and take a peek see?
Yeah, absolutely. Take a
Thank
peek see
you.
to more lumber on this end.
Okay. Okay. Is there would I be able to glean if there is a door down that middle of the lumber?
You wouldn't
like
be
to
able to
back-
glean it. You want to look?
Yeah, no. Okay. Okay. 40, 45, 50, 50 then. Okay, I'm going in here.
All right, perfect. You walk inside and you're walking into a bedroom. This bedroom,
Yes.
you'll see, of course, there's a bare carpet on the floor. You will see that there's like a nice, handy knife next to what looks like a single bed, and then of course a wardrobe to your right. As soon as you walk in.
Yes, I do see that wardrobe. Okay. I'm unfortunately at 60 movement. So, I think.
All right.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
All right. Chef.
I think Chef will quietly inch his way forward just to see Oksana's progress, to see if she's found anything. And seeing that there is not much to report, he will. Did Oksana? She didn't open this one, right?
Nope.
Nope.
All right. He will sleight of hand that bad boy.
Go ahead.
He is so sneaky. That's a nat 20.
Wonderful. There is nothing in there.
Cool.
Oksana.
This one.
Okay.
Yeah, that's 12.
Wonderful. You open it to reveal only a rat that scurries out of there. You see a small little nest full of other small rats in the corner of it.
Good luck, buddy. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I guess I'll just move over here.
Irene, it's your turn.
Irene is going to walk over to the wardrobe and open it to search for the bones.
Awesome. So you open up the wardrobe, and then you see that there's you look for the false panel, right?
Mm-hmm.
Wonderful. You see that that you move the panel And as you're moving the panel, I need you. See here. Bop, 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 bop.
I liked it better when just Rayfield was in danger.
Na, na, na. Perfect. As you pull on this false panel, you'll see. Let's see here. Sorry. Okay. As you're pulling out at this this false panel and you're attempting to push it out of the way, I need you to give me a Constitution saving throw. As when you push this panel, a small needle pushes itself towards you at your fingertips.
That's a 17.
Wonderful. On a 17, you are going to pass, and you are not going to be poisoned. You will, however, take the damage, which is going to be 1 piercing damage. You move your hand just quick enough to where the poison secretes, but it had only poked at your finger.
Ouchie. Okay.
And then you see below that there is a chest here.
Okay.
Wonderful. You're gonna open up the chest too.
If I may, yes.
Perfect. So as you're opening this chest, I need you to give me an investigation check.
Investigation.
Oh no. That's a 2.
Okay. All right. As you open up the chest, there is a string attached from the inside of the chest to the top that you don't notice as you're pulling it open. And as you pull it open, you see that this string is connected inside to a toy on the inside of this box that lays right next to a white cloth of, faith robes, which have to be the bones. But then the head on this doll turns around on its body and begins to rattle as it says, "Is no fun, is no Blinsky, is no fun, is no Blinsky, is no fun, is no Blinsky." And all of you in this home hear 3 boxes break from the upstairs.
Oh, fuck.
And then you hear a cynical, a psychotic laugh rain from deep, from further than you are. You're in a down the stretch of wooden panels that you had looked at, and you hear that come and just echoing throughout the house as you hear her say, "I knew you couldn't resist it. I'm so hungry. I'm so glad you brought food for us." And you hear these tremors of feet as though they're crawling on the sides of the walls and on the ceiling as they move their way towards the sound. And we're going to end our session there.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
I'm sick of being a good person.
Oh, hey, Yasmin.
You're gonna be so mad.
Hey, what's up, Yasmin?
Hey.
Yes, I want to fucking die.
Can we keep playing?
I hate this.